Back in the building. How am I sounding? Sounding good? Okay. Damn, we got 4,000 people on Kick already. Yeah, chat. We do got some breaking news. So, I had to do a little bit of an intro, not be a complete sellout. But we are going to get to that immediately. There's a lot of things that we got to get to. Major updates coming in the Gucci Man, Pooh Shiesty incident that's now turned into a federal kidnapping case. But we have very pertinent news that's going down ASAP. And just not going to lie. It's a lot of crazy things. Anyway, welcome, y'all. Welcome. Okay? If you guys haven't seen the news, hope you guys have followed me on Twitter and all the respective platforms. I did tweet out a breaking story. I had a partial exclusive. Reportedly, there was a incident that occurred at the Hard Rock Casino. I actually made a little bit of a misstep with that because, you could kind of call it Miami, but it's not in Miami. It's actually in Seminole, Florida. But it's like right by Miami. It's like, it's like right by Miami. Anyway, there were apparently an incident happened, and Offset and Lil Tjay were supposedly both shot. TMZ first reported that Offset was shot, and I got some pretty good sources that confirmed to me that there was another person who was injured, and supposedly that person's Lil Tjay. There's multiple people in custody, and police at this time, they're working to try to figure out what led to what happened. A lot of things to get to. We don't know the current status of both rappers at this moment. It's been reported that it's a leg shot when it comes to Offset. And it's supposed to be a non-life-threatening wound. But at this point, because he was transported to the hospital, we don't know the full details. Okay. Lil Tjay is a little bit more elusive. Of course, again, I have a direct official source, heavily weighted, that confirms it. However, I did also talk to his team, and his team, while confirming that there might have been an incident, they weren't at liberty to tell me, or it's a lot of things going on. This is actually happening right now. So people are in custody right now. This probably happened like an hour ago, and they aren't confirming what my other source confirmed, but it is being confirmed. It's one of the best sources I could have that Lil Tjay was shot. But anyway, the matter of fact is Lil Tjay and Offset was involved in an incident. Okay. Now, clearly, I guess you guys could probably put two and two together. It appears that but most likely, Offset and Lil Tjay probably got into maybe some altercation. Why would I say that? That would just be using context clues. They haven't been getting along. They have, kind of gone back and forth, and potentially they have seen each other for the first time since all of that. The good news I do have currently, but I might have to knock on wood, I don't have a death to report, which is good. But there was absolutely a shooting that occurred. It occurred at the Hard Rock Casino. And, we're going to get a little bit into some more, not necessarily messy stuff, but I have a relationship with both people, and I hope they're both fine. Okay? Right. Yes, I know. People saying Hard Rock is in Broward. Yeah, people know big cities. That's why we said Miami. It's okay. You're right. Okay. Now, there's a video that accompanies it. I posted it to my page, but this is supposedly a video that kind of showcases people walking outside of the casino and seeing people detained, and also finding out that someone was shot. Here we go.
Shot a man. Gun violence here in the casino in Hard Rock.
Now, this guy is in custody right here. We can't tell who this is, But clearly, he's super angry.
He's still going. He's still mad. They got this guy detained. Just shot a guy. This is the guy they shot. Oh my god. Oh, you tasing? Are you tasing now?
Everyone keep moving, please. Clear.
They just shot a man.
There's another video from another angle. Can't really say anything other than the fact that police have clearly, like, you know, kind of cautioned off the area. Again, I want to remind you that this incident supposedly happened pretty much like almost within the hour, so it's pretty fresh. The videos kind of substantiate that there was an incident that happened. TMZ has reported currently that, you know, Offset, the former Migos rapper, was shot near a popular casino in Florida. A rep for the rapper confirmed he was shot on Monday near the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. Actually, it's not Seminole. Yeah, my bad. It's in Hollywood. My bad. I'm tripping. Is that in Hollywood? I've passed it. I've never been there. Okay. Per the spokesperson, Offset's fine and currently in the hospital receiving medical care. The rep says he's stable. Oh, Seminole's a county. My bad. He's stable and being closely monitored. A rep for the Seminole County Police tell TMZ we're aware of the incident that occurred at the valet area at 7 p.m. Okay, so it's currently 10 p.m. So this kind of happened like an hour or two ago, and but it happened after 7 outside by the valet area, and it resulted in non-life-threatening injuries to an individual that was transported to the hospital. The rep said that they were on site immediately and the situation was contained quickly. 2 individuals have been detained by the police. The investigation is ongoing. The site is secure, so there's no threat to the public. An operation is continuing to go on as normal. Obviously, this gets a lot of people really alert and kind of, you know, probably a little bit worried. Offset is, you know, he was 1/3 of the group, the Migos, and one of their members already passed away, which is Takeoff. So obviously people, you know, it's a legendary group. We do care about these people. Anyway, and trust me, I'm getting a million messages and things of the sort. Okay. Give me 1 second. Now, I'm going to kind of give you a breakdown of maybe, you know, again, we're speculating at this point, but now that I find out that 2 people who don't get along, shots get fired and someone is hurt and someone's at the hospital. Again, luckily no deaths reported this at this time. It's probably safe to assume that maybe the feud between these men, and if you don't know, they haven't seen eye to eye. Apparently they had almost no relationship or like a casual associate, like rapper to rapper relationship. And then it went sour after supposedly Offset, like almost a year ago, borrowed some money from Lil Tjay in the strip club, in the casino. It was $10,000. And I guess Lil Tjay expected to be paid back. After he wasn't paid back, he took it online. And, you know, from there, that's where you could tell these guys didn't get along. Now, ironically, when I talked to Offset? I think I talked to Offset today. Did I talk to Offset today? Offset hit me. Where was it? Yeah, no, Offset hit me yesterday. He wanted me to hear some music, so but yeah, I talked to Offset. Then I also did do an interview with Lil Tjay that's scheduled to drop like in a couple of days. The timing also, y'all might think I'm on like some Vlad shit. I'm not. Lil Tjay has an album dropping. I believe it's soon. So they had asked me to hold the interview, but anyway, the point is, he also spoke about Offset there. I have a little bit more context to it. I think it's on our interview. So I'll kind of break down their issues. He runs into Offset. Supposedly Offset's like in the casino down. Now, and again, Offset, I love you. I'm just telling you what people have said about you. Obviously, I'm not. Offset sometimes think because me and him are friends that if I say something bad about him, it's like I'm trying to. No. This is what other people are saying. Okay, I got to be honest. So, from what I've been told, Offset basically lives at the casino, stays there all the time, gambles a lot. I'm guessing if you're probably doing that, you're probably losing a lot, whatever. But we've seen mad random videos of people just running into Offset at the casino because he's there a lot. I've been told the casino treats him well, right? They're gonna treat you well when they're taking all your money, right? They allow him to stay in the best suites. They give him all the amenities. If he needs to use the jet, they'll give him the jet. It's whatever, right? That's the least they could do, right? If they're robbing you blind, that's the least they could do. I gotta go to like Michigan. All right, take the casinos, whatever. But he's there a lot. Fans have kind of known this, and I got worried for him a long time ago because the videos that I saw of him at the casino, he's not with security. He's just kind of like there, right? And I get it. Like if that's almost like your second home, right? Keep in mind he's going through a divorce with Cardi B. Obviously he has other kids and definitely family, but for whatever reason, he's there a lot. But that becomes a security nightmare when everyone knows where you are constantly. You're by yourself. Yes, Offset ain't no hoe. But it becomes a security risk when any random person could just pop up and you're there. Okay? Now, is that what happened here? I don't know. But it is reported that Lil Tjay somehow got to that hotel, that casino. Maybe that's his casino choice when he's in Miami or Florida. Who knows? And again, even though it makes sense to say they got into an altercation and gunshots got fired and whatever, what I've been told officially is that both people were shot. Okay? I did talk to Lil Tjay's team. I hit Offset directly, hoping he's good. He hasn't responded. I don't really know who's Offset's team at this point. But I did reach out to TJ's team, and their thing to me was kind of like, they just weren't trying to confirm that TJ got shot. So again, I get it. They're trying to protect TJ and everything, but I'm just hoping these are non-life threatening injuries, no matter where it happened, right? So Offset's in the hospital. TJ, from what I've heard, and just to be clear, I heard TJ was with some niggas. They scatter like roaches. It's like roaches out of the cereal box when the light come on. You feel what I'm saying? They all dipped. And some people did get detained by the police, but the idea is niggas is out, right? So I think that's why they're trying to lay it low. However, the information's been put around. If you know, you know. These guys got into some type of like altercation, which led to gunfire. And that's what I want to say, man. I hope Offset's, he didn't like when I said this last time, but I got to still say it. I hope Offset is still viewing him. I don't care what gambling debt he's in. He's still got to remember you're Offset. You know what I mean? You can't be that accessible. You can't be that lacking. Your whereabouts can't be that known. We're in a really crazy time. So that's the current update. Somebody said reach out to Cardi B. Well, I mean, no. I know that's her soon-to-be ex-husband and also father of her child, but I don't think it would be fair to have Cardi B to be the spokesperson for Offset this time. So yeah, something happened. Anyway, I'll give you kind of a rundown of what occurred. Now, I do have an interview coming up, and this is not, I'm not trying to plug the interview, but it does matter. I'm gonna tell you why it matters, because I think I asked him. I usually talk on and off camera, so I got to watch the interview to make sure he said it on camera. But I did ask him about this situation with Offset, and Offset not giving him the money back. And I will tell you in a very eerie way. And again, I'm not doing a Vlad, so I'm not gonna drop the interview tomorrow. But I do have a TJ interview. I'm trying to, whatever his album's coming out, I'm trying to match it with that. But he did say, I believe on the interview, when I asked him, I said, yo, so what happened when you try to get your money back from Offset? He bluntly told me, he said Offset told him. He said Offset DM'd him and said, nigga, get it back in blood. That ain't me. That's literally what he said. I swear. That ain't me. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. And I was like, oh, okay. So supposedly he lends this nigga 10 bands, and I ain't gonna lie, in the interview, it's not like TJ, bro, but you use like, yo, man, I'm about to, man, if I lend you money, nigga, I need my shit back. I'm not trying to give you money or whatever. Supposedly Offset told him in DMs, because I said, well, why you ain't just holler at him for the money? He said, yeah, I did. So I said, what did he say? He told me to get it back in blood. I swear. That's what he said in the interview. I swear. I ain't making that up. Yo, we're like a weird time now. I'm like, is me saying that maybe I gotta bury this footage? But that's what he said in the interview. I ain't gonna cap. It didn't come out yet. So I hope it has nothing to do with this. I hope it got nothing to do with this. I really do. But yeah, I'll kind of give you like a little rundown of why they had issues. Here we go. So far, no one has mentioned Lil Tjay. And again, the way I found out Lil Tjay was involved, it's one of those. Let's see. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to figure out. I want to give you a little bit of context to their issues. Where? Here we go. Okay. Is it? What does it show everybody? Okay. Is this it? So this was a year ago. I'll get into that later. This was like a year ago.
Just aired out back with some.
Okay, is it this?
How do you offset on Offset?
Okay. So I guess this is how they were DMing. So where you at? So not gonna lie, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you. Offset says, huh, you joking. He said, I just seen this pop up. It got me the wrong nigga, you texting boy. I will smoke you. You barely lived already. Who the fuck you think you... Oh, shit. Oh. Okay. Who the fuck you think you talking to, nigga? You gotta be talking to the wrong nigga. I'm in New York right now. Come smack me, little boy. He says, Offset, pay that tab, homie. Don't phase yourself over that little 10-pack. And I guess he told Offset he was in Miami. And he says, if it's that, stop DMing me for trace reasons. Then TJ says, nah, never that, little bro. I just want my 10, which is $10,000. Offset says, say that. But he also put up this caption, which is TJ put this up, says, do not loan Offset no money. He's popped, LOL, just in case. Let me see if there's any more other stuff. Okay. All right. Let's see. Lil Tjay. Now, Lil Tjay explained the situation, I think on his friend's stream. He explained why. Is it here?
No. You get another loan for somebody else for like 2 bands.
Okay.
Why this Offset? Offset broke. Like, oh yeah, I would.
Okay, I don't want to hear the
I'm gonna tell you how the stream too. That broke. That pop.
Okay. Let's get to the supposed reason. Can I get this without a chipmunk voice? Okay.
Why this Offset? Offset broke. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you how the stream too. That broke. That pop. I'll tell you a true story. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit in the casino. He was pop. He was panicking. He was asking random people for cash apps. He was broke. I don't know what happened. Nobody was answering his phone call. He popped, trying to run up, chasing. Must got a gambling addiction. And the says, yo, he just popped. He calling for cash apps in front of me. I ain't gonna lie to you. The first 5 I offered, I'm like, yo, you pop. You waiting for some bread? Waiting for my money. I swung that 5. You know how I get. He gets popped. Not us two dicing each other. He gets popped straight to the casino. Goes not. He get another loan for somebody else for like 2 bands. I don't even take my loan. I'm like, that's Offset. I'm good on my money. I'm worried about this. I got mad, bread. I definitely run off for 5 bands. He pops for the next band. He get 2 bands. He get a band from a random lady. I swear to God, I don't know who the she was. He's like, yo, thanks, ma. He pops that. Throw another 5. So I see like 13 bands in loans. I don't know who got paid back that day. You feel me? Bro, where's my mother? That ducked me for so long, boy. And mind you, I'm 23, and this is Raindrop, Drop Top, Cardi V husband. And I'm only talking crazy because he was talking crazy. Like, why? You was talking crazy to me over my bread. I still go hard. And I beat him up on his birthday, but I'm not even, you feel me?
Wait, what?
And I beat him up on his birthday.
He beat him up on his birthday? I never heard this before.
And I'm only talking crazy because he was talking crazy. Like, why? You was talking crazy to me over my bread. I still go hard. And I beat him up on his birthday, but I'm not even, you feel me? Gangsta, I was too, you know what it is? I'm that good type of like, I'm gonna give you a little bit of me. I was 230, you heard? Like, it was like I couldn't even do that time, fo. And Cardi B walked in the spot, I was like, yo, I couldn't even dress it because my so aggressive sometimes that if he say something crazy, you won't even know he gonna get, like, you know how something you just know? It's,
Do you remember that? That was a stream that I think his homie did, and he took over the stream.
Nigga, fuck. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all the stream too. That nigga broke. That nigga pop. I'll tell y'all a true story. Nigga, I ain't got nothing to do with that shit nigga in the casino. He was pop. He was panicking. Nigga, he was asking random people for cash apps. He was broke. I don't know what happened. Nobody was answering his phone call. He popped, trying to run up, chasing. Must got a gambling addiction. And the nigga says, yo, he just popped. He calling niggas for cash apps in front of me. I ain't gonna lie to you. The first 5 I offered, I'm like, yo, you pop. You waiting for some bread? He like, I waiting for my money. I swung that nigga 5. You know how I get. He gets popped. Not us two dicing each other. He gets popped straight to the casino. Goes not. He get another loan for somebody else for like 2 bands. I don't even take my loan. I'm like, that's Offset. I'm good on my money. I'm worried about this nigga. I got mad bread. I definitely run off a nigga on 5 bands. He pops for the next. Okay, nigga, fuck. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all the stream too. That nigga.
All right. Yeah, I wasn't gonna. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to give you all the backstory here. Trying to give you all the backstory. Okay. I try not to, because again, this is not out, but fuck it, we on the stream, right? Here we go. How do you feel when, like, for example, 6ix9ine make a song. He's okay. Let's get past that.
Like, yo, it's beneath all of us, you feel me? Not just me, to even engage with this shit because niggas don't.
And he said, "Yeah, I cut TJ's hair." Okay, that was another thing.
You just gotta wake up and stop.
He tried to make you sound like you the first nigga that says you seen Offset in a casino. I'm like, nah, you lying. Like, I know he does his thing, but like, you act like you just saw him like randomly and down bad. What was behind that?
I don't know, broski. That nigga, he's just on some weird shit.
Did he give you your money back?
I don't know. Nigga, he told me to get that shit back in blood. Like that.
Oh, okay. He did say on the interview. Yeah, he told me to get that. Yo, okay. All right. I'm not capping, chat. This is a clip from my interview that's coming out, but it's a longer interview. We talk about Offset probably for like 2 minutes. So I just had to go back to the interview to see what the fuck he said. Lean down bad. What was behind that?
I don't know, broski. That nigga, he's just on some weird shit.
Did he give you your money back?
I don't know. Nigga, he told me to get that shit back in blood. Like that shit was
Oh,
cute.
oh shit.
I look at it like, bro, you mad old gang compared to me, bro. Like I wish I would. Like that's like I'm gambling right now, and I fake like I ain't want to use no names, you feel me? But that's like, you feel me gambling right now, and somebody I think is like a little nigga, like, you feel me? Not like I'm a little nigga, but I'm way younger than him, you feel me? Like, and I'm like, yo, nah, I'm not gonna even do that. It's not my character trait. But they be like, nah, here, put the next bet after I quit, I tap out. You feel me? On some, like, not even. That's not like that. It's like if I asked. You feel me? And then when it's time to pay back, they don't even hit me back. They hit me back probably like a couple weeks later, like, yo, what's up with that, broski? And then, you feel me? And then tap in again.
I had no idea what he was talking about right here. I don't do dice, so I was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Over a period of time, like, you feel me, damn near every month, and then eventually it's like, yo, broski, you trying to get smacked, and nigga, hey, get it back in blood. It's like, nigga.
You
That's weird.
Is the first time you got finessed by a rapper?
Finesse, I mean, nigga stole. Shit ain't really finesse. But, I mean, I guess so, yeah.
Damn. No, are you ever...
And that's little shit. You know, I don't even really be fucking with niggas, you feel me? I'll be in my own lane, gang.
Was he mad that you just mentioned it publicly? Because maybe he just think that, you know, like
Probably
you,
so,
he's probably thinking like, you know, I'm not broke. I just needed that right there. Like, you know, when you in the casino and you getting hit. I've been in the casino getting hit. Pause. And you think, I bet the next 10 bands about to get me back my 500 that I lost.
Yo, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, cool, bro. But what I gotta do, give me back my money.
Okay, I get that.
Give me back my money. She ain't got nothing to do that.
I get it. Okay. I don't know, man. Supposedly Offset told a nigga to get back in blood as soon as they saw each other. It was violence. Yo, that's crazy. Oh, man. All right. Okay. Now, what I'm kind of confirming is that Offset was all smiles before he got shot. Yeah, he was taking pictures with people, doing his thing. Offset's like really good. Look. See, that's what I'm saying, yo. Offset is like, he's so accessible. He's just in the casino walking around. Whoop-de-whoop. You know what I mean? We're told he was standing there in the exit toward the valet area while talking on his phone. During that time, fans approached and he happily engaged. We're told he shook hands, posed for photos, and chatted briefly with supporters with no hesitation. And no signs was like it was off. He seemed relaxed and friendly. Moments later, gunshots erupted. A rep for the rapper told us he's fine. Okay. Huh. Give me 1 second. Somebody said, "Oh, it's no. My source was wrong. The source isn't wrong. It's just that. All right, I'm not trying to get Flacco on this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Again, y'all gotta remember. Actually, somebody talked to me today, and I was telling them about the new. They blame me for the new crop of YouTubers, and I'm like, okay, I guess, but they're like, these new crop of YouTubers go really far. I'm not going far. I'll tell you what the source told me. Shit happened. TJ and them got the fuck out of there before the cops got there. Offset shot. Offset's there. Offset get brought to the police station. Not police station. The hospital. TJ and them, which I don't even know if it's like federal for me to say. Well, I guess. Well, the police know TJ's involved. So I'm not telling them like that. But yeah. So supposedly he was injured too, but they're not trying to go to jail, so they dipped. What the fuck happened? They dipped. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the situation. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm just looking for something. Okay. Anyway. All right. Okay. By the way, that interview with TJ, it is gonna come out at some point. I see 6ix9ine is already on this trolling shit.
Mean they came from us. Fuck this rapping shit, I'm quick as fuck to go get suited up. It's only 2 niggas that play with.
Oh my god. Somebody said that was federal. Don't worry, I'll protect my sources. Okay. Okay, so pretty much that's the incident that happened then. I don't think, has Offset ever talked about this? I don't think Offset's talked about it. Offset. Yeah, we haven't heard anything from Offset about it. I do know Lil Tjay's like rap best friend is like Fivio Foreign. He mentioned Offset in the interview he did with me, which I thought that was interesting. And I don't know if he had a personal problem with Offset or he's just carrying the issues for his friend, which is Lil Tjay. But if you go back to the interview I did with Fivio Foreign, let's look Offset. Here we go. Set.
I like Nicki. I fuck with Nicki.
And Nicki don't got no beef with him. Do you fuck with Offset? But if you and Offset are like around, he's not on some like he don't give me super
Offset,
GD vibes.
Offset is not really a hey.
He like that though.
He a cool guy.
Yeah.
He like what?
He's like that. But what I'm saying, like, yeah,
he is.
Offset?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
You didn't see that video where he jumped off stage punching a nigga back in the day?
Back in the day?
Nobody seen the video? Everybody looking at me like I got 30 heads.
No, I don't know. I mean, I listen. I don't personally know him. I don't personally got nothing with him. I just
listen. I heard Offset's one of the MVPs of Starless. He be fucking all the bitches. Well, used to. Well, no, not used to. Like now, he's single. Yeah.
Come on, man. Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something, man. Let me teach you something about having a bitch like Cardi. it's easy to go viral.
Now remember, he's like best friends with TJ.
On the little stripper Jones, you know what I'm saying? But listen, I don't. He can do what he want to do, man. It is what it is. That's little bro.
You can't judge him for Cardi. Everybody go through their little girl drama. It's normal.
I'm just saying, a bitch like Cardi is gonna have you able to fuck all the. She's like king stripper. She's like top.
You think
she's like the stripper god? Like she's like the goals. She's like stripper goals.
Yeah, but you can't be thinking that he's fucking them because of her. He's Offset.
What?
It's like saying that, yo, if ASAP Rocky fuck some other chick, it's because of Rihanna.
I'm not saying that, but that's ASAP my man. But I'm gonna tell you some real shit. When you get a bitch like Rihanna and a woman like Rihanna, I got utmost respect for ASAP Rocky. You get a woman like Rihanna, yes, your pussy radar, bitch, go up. It's on.
The only thing when I kind of figured
Now, yeah, so he's kind of downplaying Offset here a little bit. Here we go.
that out for was with Tyga with Kylie. I feel like all the bitches was throwing themselves at Tyga.
It's on.
I'm like,
a lot of
the lime and the coconut, nigga.
Like
I'm playing. I love you, Tyga.
I'm saying bitches judge you off your lady.
I know why you don't like Offset. It's because you fuck with Lil Baby. Lil Baby don't like him either.
Oh, the baby don't like him?
Yo, you know it.
He still don't like him?
Matter of fact, see, Offset got into some stuff, and I think GD's got involved with some.
Okay. Anyway, I wasn't even playing stupid. I actually forgot about the TJ shit. Recently, though, Offset did get into like a back and forth. I don't know if you guys did see this, but while in the casino, and this is what I was trying to say, you know, he was confronting a fan for filming him. I don't know if you remember this.
We argue with Offset, y'all.
It's only a picture, goddamn, nigga. You ain't that much of a celebrity, bro. You ain't that much of a celebrity, bro. That's only guy ask for a picture. I'm asking for a picture. Goddamn, we black people.
We argue with Offset, y'all.
It's only a picture, goddamn.
We argue with Offset, y'all.
Yeah, so Offset's kind of like been casually just in these casinos. Really a security nightmare. I thought he had like a huge team around him. I wonder what happened to them. This video has been like all over the place. I'm pretty sure we're going to get new videos shortly. But currently, everyone is focused on this particular video that clearly shows Offset. Well, we don't even know if Offset's in the video, but everything's being connected to Offset. Hold on, let me check this. I know TMZ's working it. Trust me, I'm working it as well. Give me 1 second. Again, I have talked to TJ's team. Remember, I just did an interview with TJ. They wouldn't validate the story about him getting shot. They seem to pretty much say there's an incident, but they basically acknowledge that there's a bunch of shit going on, right? But from a direct source there, they're saying that TJ got hit, but not too sure. Interesting. Yeah. Give me a second, chat. Okay. All right. So pretty much that's the latest. everyone been talking about this Pooh Shiesty stuff, but clearly this Offset Lil Tjay thing kind of like happened out of the blue, and now this is hold on. Oh, now people are saying Seti Nash has a update. Yo, my phone is going crazy. Let me hear this.
Y'all want the scoop? It's all on camera, bruh. Hey, man, this fool Lil Tjay done shot this nigga goddamn Offset in the ass, bro. Offset was whooping Lil Tjay at the goddamn Hard Rock, and then what turn around, bruh? Hey, he walked off and Tjay pulled a whole move and doped him and shot him in the cheeks. That's why he's sitting in the back of the squad car right now. That's the breaking news.
They just...
Now, I don't know about that story. I did, his team, even though they didn't want to confirm anything, they seemed to kind of allude that he was in custody or he was, I don't know. But supposedly, people had gotten out of Dodge.
Got him, man. Gun violence.
This is a funny story, though. If this is true, right?
What the scoop? It's all on camera, bruh. Hey, man, this fool Lil Tjay done shot this nigga goddamn Offset in the ass, bro. Offset was whooping Lil Tjay at the goddamn Hard Rock, and then what turn around, bruh? Hey, he walked off and Tjay pulled a whole move and doped him and shot him in the cheeks. That's why he's sitting in the back of the squad car.
Okay, we don't know if that's true. Chat, I'll give you a little interesting tidbit, though. I found this out recently through doing research and, doing my thing. You know what's so funny? I think Lil Tjay's fatal mistake, not fatal, but like critical mistake in coming back was not telling the whole story of what happened. You ever heard the story of when he got shot, what happened, supposedly? I've been talking to a lot of people, even people who are involved in looking at the case. And a different narrative kind of like presents itself than actually what was put out. Remember this guy? Remember this guy right here? Let's see if I can. I'm going to pull this up. Give me 1 second. Okay. What's the name of this guy again? Remember the shooter who shot Lil Tjay the first time? So the guy who shot Lil Tjay made a diss song on him. I don't know if you guys knew that. Okay? I forgot what the nigga's name is. It's probably gonna take me a while to try to find it. Who's the guy who did the diss song on him? Oh, is it called Cardinal Baby? Okay, yeah. Okay.
Hey.
This guy right here.
Lil Tjay almost lost his...
Say Lil Tjay was...
ones and try to shoot the other. Now, I'm going to tell y'all the story real quick. And the story I'm telling, like, I got to say no Flacco because I'm not trying to put anything out there. But if you guys haven't heard supposedly the real or the lore behind the real situation that happened, and again, I'm open to people telling me that everything I've heard multiple times might still be missing a part. But I'm going to give you the story because I found out the story of what happened when Lil Tjay got shot the first time. It's kind of like very different from what everybody knows, right? Like, obviously, like, 6ix9ine turned into a meme. Yo, you got shot at Chipotle over chips and guac. Apparently, the story is really sinister. Here we go. So this is a guy who was charged with shooting TJ. Okay, he was the guy who shot TJ, and he went to jail. Apparently, he got out because TJ didn't cooperate, and probably a dumb move by TJ. You got Gucci Mane cooperating, the Atlanta Ninja Turtles cooperating. You might as well cooperate too, but he didn't cooperate. So this guy basically kind of gets out. I'm not too sure what's his current situation, but he's free as of now. Supposedly, and listen to this. Tell me if you believe this. So the story goes, this guy runs up on TJ, right? TJ and them, they're kind of lacking a bit, yeah. They're in a vehicle. He runs up on him with someone else. And actually 2 more people, from what I hear. He's trying to rob TJ. Want to take his chain, this and third. I got the lore of all this. Apparently back in the day, TJ, which I didn't know this type of stuff. Lil TJ. Apparently, Lil TJ. All right, all right, I'm gonna sound mad federal, but it's just, all right, Lil TJ and A Boogie don't get along, right? This situation supposedly has nothing to do with Boogie, and even when I asked TJ feels Boogie had nothing to do with it. But the High Bridge dudes don't get along with TJ dudes, okay? This is why when it comes to, and I'm speaking directly here because I can't do this hieroglyphic speak. So this is why when it comes to his issues with Kai Cenat's favorite rapper is not like Drake or like Playboi Carti. His favorite rapper is A Boogie. So TJ takes it personal when Kai Cenat kind of like says anything offhand about him because he feels like, oh, you're dissing me because your favorite rapper is this other nigga, right? Their beef, Boogie, TJ goes way back. Subsequently, that's some altercations or run-ins, but a lot of words like this hasn't never been reported highly. Back in the day, Lil TJ made like a video, kind of basically saying they beat a dude up and they got a High Bridge chain. Okay.
Another issue with some according to A Boogie.
So we're getting out of composure, y'all, man. May 8th, state of emergency, the mixtape dropping. You know what I'm saying? Like, be posting the track listing soon. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shit, man, it's all about the music, man. Fuck this beef shit, that's not good. I don't encourage it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't perfect, man, but be alright.
This is what has been posted by Lil Tjay according to A Boogie with the hoodie.
So essentially, they post a High Bridge chain
Instagram story. Lil Tjay was using this piece and chain, this High Bridge chain, to record a video with it or something of that nature. This is what
and you had Boogie who responded by saying one of the bros dropped or lost his chain a long ass time ago while we dragged a nigga, and that's word to Melody. Nigga got the audacity to bite off a random nigga, shoot a video with it, and front like he did something. I lost all my respect for you, shaking my head. Stay true to yourself. So Boogie, in an indirect way, is responding to TJ saying, yo, y'all never took no chain from no guy. Somebody lost a chain and now y'all flexing like y'all got it.
A Boogie with the hey man, and somebody got it. High Bridge chain. I always break Lil T getting your chain.
Okay. Now, subsequently along the way, they kind of almost get into it. TJ and Boogie.
As you seen, A Boogie responded. Now y'all seen Lil TJ now today. This was today. The first part is today where he's coming out, which released the.
So, without getting to every little micro thing that happened, which by the way, like I think they ran into They ran to each other at crews at a studio one time. There was words or almost like a fight. Like, they just haven't been cool. Ever been cool, right? What ends up happening is Lil Tjay, this guy goes to rob Lil Tjay, okay? This guy. He ends up shooting Lil Tjay. His name is Cardinal Baby. At least that's what his rap name is. If you go to his page, you know, without saying too much,
Lil Tjay almost lost his life in a...
You'll notice this is a really professional looking video with cars and third. This guy doesn't have money like that, right? It's shot by, the video is shot by BTK Visuals. If you look at their YouTube channel, you'll start to realize a trend. Visuals featuring A Boogie, DC Didi Osama opens for A Boogie. A Boogie shut down Times Square. A Boogie. Oh, I don't know if you can see. A Boogie vlog. A Boogie performance at Stockton. You'll start to realize this guy kind of like has affiliation with Highbridge. And the thought is Highbridge might be like supporting the person who shot TJ. Now, the story around his shooting is supposedly, if it's connected to that situation, niggas wanted to take his chain, right? So they wanted to rob TJ. They go to try to rob him, and this is the part that I've never heard before, but I start hearing from everybody who's connected to anything behind the scenes. This was never reported. So when TJ gets shot, right? There's like 911 calls and shit. Let's see if we can hear it. Give me a second. Now, I'll kind of give you a little bit of a spoiler. Apparently, TJ himself shot the nigga who shot him. Which, I've heard that so many times at this point. I'm so surprised that never came out. Because that's always my question. So, the nigga tried to rob TJ. And basically, it turns into TJ shooting him and him shooting TJ. Apparently, TJ shot him in the face, all on his body. And in the most interesting scenario ever, the reason why that information didn't come out is because Lil TJ's record label wanted to promote him as a pop star, like this guy who isn't gangster. So what happened, somebody said, did it come out? Nigga, nobody knew TJ shot the nigga who shot. I didn't know that. Nigga, I just found this out like maybe 4 months ago. But apparently TJ shot the dude who shot him. Shot him like 5 times. The reason why supposedly the media didn't pick up on this is that his label buried it because they didn't want him to be on some violent, be seen like some violent fucking thug, which is kind of crazy. I think that's the best. Yo, if you go viral for shooting the nigga who tried to rob you, oh my God, I think that's clout. But for whatever reason, they wanted to promote him differently, so that didn't come out. But apparently that's one of the things that happened. And that's why this dude, he goes to jail. Apparently TJ didn't cooperate. They took his chains because when TJ gets shot, he's bleeding on his chains. So they took it for evidence. And when the cops realizing he's not trying to tell, they didn't want to give him back his property. They're like, oh, we're just going to hold it as evidence as we keep investigating, and we're not going to finish investigating until we have proof to send this guy to jail, and you're not cooperating, so I guess you'll never get your chains back. But that's kind of like the origin and the interesting part about TJ is that I didn't know he shot the person who shot him. It's kind of interesting. Let me listen to these 911 calls.
Come to the Someone please send Edgewater, please. Someone just got shot.
Okay, is this by the Chipotle?
Yes, please.
Okay, we have officers going there. You know the person that got shot?
It's Jaden Berry. Oh, my God.
Okay, where are they located?
Oh, my God, they're right by Chipotle, by the jewelry store. Please hurry.
By the jewelry store? Okay, stay on the line with me, okay?
Please hurry.
All right, we have officers responding out there.
Okay.
All right, and it's one person that was shot?
Yes.
Where is the shooter?
I don't know, but I'm outside. Is it okay if I go inside? Because I'm a little scared.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, just stay on the line, okay?
Okay.
Did you see the person get shot?
No, they just came in the hotel saying, because he's a guest here, but they came in telling me to call the cops.
Okay, so the victim is a guest?
Yes.
911, where's your emergency?
In front of Chipotle in Edgewater. I'm in my building, and there's gunshots. There's guys running. There's cars. There's a white BMW right now heading towards the George Washington Bridge. Somebody was shot. He threw him.
Hold on 1 second.
There's a Durango. It's about to leave.
Edgewater, please specify 3.
Edgewater, it's County. I got a call on the line saying shots are fired in front of the Chipotle in Edgewater.
The vitamin shop. There's a white BMW going towards George Washington.
Now, again, not glorifying violence and nothing like that, but I was actually shocked that his label chose to bury the idea that he shot back to defend himself and shot the person who tried to rob him because they wanted to keep his image clean. But, you know, and we talked about it in the interview, his label wanted to market him as more of a pop star, so they rather take the victim role than be real, right? So.
Bridge right now, he put somebody that was shot in his car, and there's another car that's in the parking lot right now, Durango. There's people running inside the parking lot on the bottom. People are just scattering. The people are going crazy. The Durango's brand new. They're still in the parking lot. They're going crazy over here. Somebody's dead, I believe. So I don't know what's going on over here. They're going crazy.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay, but what does the Durango look like?
It's a brand new Durango, 2022, 2021. I don't know. I can't see the color. It's dark. There's a bunch, 4 or 5. There's people running in the parking lot under the Hilton. There's people running on River Road. This is all happening in front of the vitamin.
Sir, hold on 1 second. Edgewater, it's still County. I'm still on the line. There is confirmed another person shot by the jewelry store. It's unknown where the other shooter went.
Okay. So, and so let me just kind of break down this incident from what I know. Dude tries to rob TJ. TJ, again, this is word on the street. TJ may have even initiated the shooting, supposedly, or who knows? Maybe he didn't. But he shot back. He shot the dude 5 times. Supposedly, the dude got shot in his face. You'll see the guy. His mugshot that came out was because supposedly he got shot in his face. I thought, because I remember, you know, I found out a lot about this when I reported, oh, he must have got beat up. They're like, no, he got shot in the face. That's why he looks like this. That's why if you look at the music video, he's wearing a shades the entire time. Because supposedly TJ shot him in the face. Okay? Apparently, the dude was with like a couple other people. And apparently, at least one other guys got shot. This is word on the street, people. That person never got caught. They ran away, but they got shot. So this is why I'm also connecting to the story with Offset, because I see some people, they're like, well, if you don't hear that, say TJ's at a hospital, he didn't get shot. The idea, at least from what I've heard from his team, now I do hear like he might be in custody or whatever, but I did hear that they were trying to get the fuck out of here. So, yeah, anyway.
by the jewelry store?
Correct.
That there's someone is shot?
Yes, confirmed. One person shot. I have another
I got an ambulance
call in on it.
Okay. Do you know this party that was shot?
It's a rapper. It's a rapper. He's just been shot a few times.
Is that calling anywhere? Is he?
Don't touch it. They're coming. The paramedics are coming.
Yes, we got multiple calls on this. We have been notified. I'm going to stay on the phone with you, okay? Is the party deceased? Is the party deceased?
I think so.
All right. Do you know who he is?
Little TJ, the rapper, little TJ.
I'm sorry, what's his name?
Tell him right here. Homeless Suites. They're going around the other way.
Okay. You said little, what's his name?
Let him go. Let him go for a moment. Big guy, let him go, man.
Were you with this party?
He's been vitamin shot.
Okay. Do you know this party? Are you with him? Or you just saw this happen? Sir? Sir? Sir, are you there?
I work at the hotel, Homewood Suite.
Okay.
Bobby, leave him alone. The cops are coming, man. Oh.
Sir, what's your name?
He's still breathing.
Multiple 911 calls. Apparently a shot party is in one of the vehicles.
Is he in a vehicle? Sir, is he in a vehicle or is he on the ground?
He's inside the vehicle.
What kind of vehicle is he in?
It's a red Durango, man.
We have reports that a white BMW fled the scene.
Okay.
Heading north.
But he is still breathing?
Durango should still be on scene.
Yeah, he's still breathing very little. I need paramedics.
Sheriff Edgewater on set.
Okay.
911, where's your emergency?
Yes, hi. I'm a security guard from City Place. I have a young man here that said he just got shot. I ran into my car, and I'm right here. He said they were looking for him at City Place, and I just drove off with him. I'm at the 7-Eleven right now. He's in the backseat of my car right now.
Where are you?
At the 7-Eleven.
Okay, what's 7-Eleven?
Right here on River Road.
Right,
I see two cops, 3 cops just jogging down the street right now.
I need cops at the 7-Eleven on River Road. The person who shot is in the car.
Yes,
so what kind of car are you in?
I'm in a security guard. I'm going to put my lights on.
Okay, keep your lights on.
All right, I'm right here.
Do not hang up on me.
I won't. He's in the car. I'm trying to stay in the car.
Is he breathing?
All right, once again, that is from the old shooting, which is when this happened? In 2022. I'm being told that, again, there was an incident that occurred. Offset, Lil Tjay. I heard both rappers were hit. Offset is in the hospital currently. I spoke directly with his team. Well, not Offset's team. With TJ's team. They wouldn't confirm anything at this point. They seem to, they seem to confirm, but I want to say they did confirm that there was an incident, but they wouldn't confirm anything further. I have really good sources on the ground that claim that both people were injured. Obviously, we have proof that Offset was injured, but we haven't heard anything about Lil Tjay yet. So either he's in custody or we'll figure out the rest. Okay? Somebody say, Offset's in the hospital. Offset's 100% in the hospital. Offset's in the hospital. Lil Tjay, his status is unknown. Like, we've been checking consistently to see if he's in custody. There is no, there's nothing that says he's in custody yet. But he could be being processed. We don't know. So, we don't know what's going on with Tjay. But I think it's safe to say something happened. All right. We'll continue to monitor. We will continue to monitor. We do have a few other things to talk about in sense of Pooh Shiesty we're getting some major updates from these these detention hearings. And these detention hearings are telling us a lot more about what this case is probably going to be. So, give me 1 second. I'm trying to find the video for you guys here. So here's the latest on what's going on in Memphis. First and foremost, there was a detention hearing that happened for Memphis rapper Big 30. Remember, there was already one on Friday for the father of Pooh Shiesty. Now we get a detention hearing for Big 30, and the lawyer came out and he did some questions with the press, which I think is kind of like, okay. You know, he feels confident about the case already. Check this out, chat.
House arrest after he was charged along with Pooh Shiesty last week.
Here we go.
Memphis rapper Big 30 is now on house arrest after he was charged along with Pooh Shiesty last week on kidnapping and robbery.
Now, keep in mind, everyone keeps saying these guys are facing life. These guys are blah, blah, blah. The father gets house arrest and Big 30 gets house arrest. Oh, no, never mind. He was on house arrest, right? He did get a bond, though.
Along with Pooh Shiesty last week on kidnapping and robbery charges. But Big 30's attorney says that he expects to appeal. Fox 13 told you this morning that a judge in North Texas ordered Pooh Shiesty's dad, Lontrell Williams Sr., to be brought back to Dallas after he was also granted house arrest in Memphis. Fox 13's investigative reporter Kayla Solomon joins us live downtown at the federal court. Kayla, it was a packed courtroom for today's hearing.
Yeah, Darcy, and a number of them were family members, loved ones, supporters of Big 30. Ultimately, a judge decided to assign him a $100,000 bail amount with standard bond conditions like a curfew as well as an ankle monitor. But I heard from his attorney, Arthur Horn, who tells me he's expecting an appeal soon.
Here's a young man that has turned his life around and is trying to make something of himself, and unfortunately has gotten himself caught up in a situation that has nothing to do with him.
Rodney Wright Jr., also known as Big 30, was given a $100,000 bail by a federal judge with standard bond conditions. But attorney Arthur Horn says the fight to keep him out of custody isn't over.
Going to file an appeal, and they're going to appeal the judge's decision, and we will have to have another detention hearing in Texas on the same facts, just like you saw today.
Wright is one of 9 men facing federal charges stemming from the alleged kidnapping and robbery of rapper Gucci Mane and others in a Dallas recording studio in January. One of Wright's co-defendants, Memphis rapper Lontrell Williams Jr., or Pooh Shiesty, was signed to Gucci Mane's label 1017 Records. Prosecutors say the incident started when the rapper asked to be released from his recording contract, and Gucci Mane said no. Horn says Big 30 has nothing to do with that.
He has no interest in whether Pooh Shiesty has a contract with 1017 or he doesn't. They're going to make music together regardless.
Horn says he's ready to see how this case plays out in Texas.
I think the interesting thing that we've seen in the last couple of days is that Gucci Mane has come out publicly and said that he's not cooperating with the government.
And it is worth noting that last week we did hear from an FBI agent who said that he had not heard from Gucci Mane either. He also noted that there were no working video cameras inside this recording studio.
With Pooh Shiesty last week on kidnapping and robbery charges. But Big 30's attorney says that he expects to appeal. Fox 13 told you this morning that a judge in North Texas ordered Pooh Shiesty's dad, Lontrell Williams Sr., to be brought back to Dallas after he was also granted house arrest in Memphis. Fox 13's investigative reporter Kayla Solomon joins us live downtown at the federal court. Kayla, it was a packed courtroom for today's hearing.
Yeah, Darcy, and a number of them were family members, loved ones, supporters of Big 30.
By the way, my bad. That was I'm gonna play this again. I ain't listened to it all. No, that was I just talked to TJ's, manager. So they're telling me, this is what they're telling me. They're saying, TJ wasn't shot, but the police are processing him. So I don't know if he's gonna get charged for something. He's in custody. You know, they have him. They don't know. I guess there's lawyers involved now. They don't know what charge he's gonna get, but he's getting processed. So at some point we're gonna see like some arrest or something like that. But they're claiming he's not injured in terms of a gunshot. I don't know. So they're saying not shot, in custody. Lawyers are working on it. I mean, that would be a good thing, even though we don't want nobody shot, but we'll see what bears out. Whatever. Somebody said, did TJ shoot set? I have no idea. I just heard that the first thing I got, which probably the same time TMZ got it, is that 2 people are shot, at least. Now we're hearing maybe it's 1 person shot. Then we're hearing, yes, of course, TJ's there and involved. But, you know, and by the way, they told me that TJ was down there. Because I said to him, I said, why would TJ be at this fucking place? You do know this place is where, this is the place where Offset's at all the time. If you know you're not getting along with Offset, why would you go to where he's at? And they're like, yo, he went to Florida for a quick hosting. So I'm not too sure where he was supposed to host at, but TJ was supposed to be in Florida for a hosting. And I don't know how he ended up at Hard Rock, because shit, everybody should know Offset be there. But that happened.
As an ankle monitor, but I heard from his attorney Arthur Horn, who tells me he's expecting an appeal soon.
Here's a young man that has turned his life around and is trying to make something of himself, and unfortunately has gotten himself caught up in a situation that has nothing to do with him.
Rodney Wright Jr., also known as Big 30, was given a $100,000 bail by a federal judge with standard bond conditions. But attorney Arthur Horn says the fight to keep him out of custody isn't over.
Going to file an appeal, and they're going to appeal the judge's decision, and we will have to have another detention hearing in Texas on the same facts, just like you saw today.
Wright is one of 9 men facing federal charges stemming from the alleged kidnapping and robbery of rapper Gucci Mane and others in a Dallas recording studio in January. One of Wright's co-defendants, Memphis rapper Lontrell Williams Jr., or Pooh Shiesty, was signed to Gucci Mane's label, 1017 Records. Prosecutors say the incident started when the rapper asked to be released from his recording contract, and Gucci Mane said no. Horn says Big 30 has nothing to do with that.
He has no interest in whether Pooh Shiesty has a contract with 1017 or he doesn't. They're going to make music together regardless.
Horn says he's ready to see how this case plays out in Texas.
I think the interesting thing that we've seen in the last couple of days is that Gucci Mane has come out publicly and said that he's not cooperating with the government.
Oh, my bad. Thank you for that. Okay, so I'll kind of return back to what I was saying. So, the most interesting part of this like press conference outside the courthouse, right? Remember, Big 30 has a $100,000 bond, which, by the way, I think we have to be very logical here. This is a charge that potentially carries up to life. The judge has seen 2 people so far and basically has ordered that they could get a bond. Hey, just pay $250,000 for the father and you could be on home confinement. Now for Big 30, they're saying $100,000, and even then Big 30 wants it to be reduced even more. That shows they have good faith not only in their lawyers in terms of Big 30 and on the defendants, but they probably doubt the case. What the fuck is the case about? So anyway, after securing this $100K bail, the lawyer for Big 30 did an interview, and in the interview, they called out pretty much the prosecutors, in a sense, by saying, hey, listen, y'all witness don't want to be witnessing no more, which is Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane is the person who pointed out a bunch of people. There's two other people who pointed out some people, but he pointed out pretty much everybody. They're saying Gucci does no longer want to participate. Check this out.
Of rights co-defendants, Memphis rapper Lontrell Williams Jr., or Pooh Shiesty, was signed to Gucci Mane's label, 1017 Records. Prosecutors say the incident started when the rapper asked to be released from his recording contract, and Gucci Mane said no. Horn says Big 30 has nothing to do with that.
He has no interest in whether Pooh Shiesty has a contract with 1017 or he doesn't. They're going to make music together regardless.
Horn says he's ready to see how this case plays out in Texas.
I think the interesting thing that we've seen in the last couple of days is that Gucci Mane has come out publicly and said that he's not cooperating with the government.
And it is worth noting.
So the lawyer of Big 30 says that Gucci Mane came out publicly and said that he's not cooperating, which, we're all following the story pretty, carefully. No one's seen that. Now, the only thing I could find of any type of story with maybe like some type of level of credence that would suggest that Gucci's not taking a stand is a Source article. So Source, they dropped a post 3 days ago, and they said that Gucci Mane declines to cooperate in Pooh Shiesty case. Now, if you read the caption, it says Gucci is reportedly refusing to cooperate in a case connected to recent allegations involving Pooh Shiesty. Let's Google that, see where we can find the original article. Yeah, other than this is all hip hop. I'm not too sure where else it's coming from.
That last week we did hear from an FBI agent who said that he had not heard from Gucci Mane either. He also noted that there were no working video cameras inside this recording studio at the time of this incident. Darcy.
That is Fox 13's Kayla Solomon reporting live downtown tonight. Thank you, Kayla.
Yeah. So and by the way, I'm corroborating some of this stuff with my source as well. They're now telling me that supposedly, again, I'm not going to ever give it my source, but they're telling me that that's kind of the narrative that's being pushed. So maybe he wasn't shot. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't shot. I don't know. But look like they're saying that the team might not be lying. So it appears that there's an incident. They got into it. Offset, TJ, whatever happened. But possibly TJ's not shot while Offset is shot. I try to figure out if there was any other members or people who hang with or, around TJ or Offset who got shot. And we're only hearing about one person getting shot, which is Offset. I'm posting to Instagram. Okay.
Memphis rap.
So, again, we're working that like by the minute, by the second. So give me a chance if I keep like switching topics. I am trying to get through this topic here. This lawyer coming out and saying, oh, nah, this lawyer basically saying that, oh, no, Gucci's apologized, or not apologized, but like basically like backtrack. Like there's no proof of this. So this is what I'm kind of saying. Where is he getting this info unless he has some secret info or maybe he's spoken to Gucci, which I would imagine you wouldn't speak to Gucci. But how does he know that Gucci is declining to cooperate further? Now, I particularly think that the social media embarrassment is going to prevent Gucci from really going all the way like to the stand. But I really don't know, honestly.
Rapper Big 30.
January. One of them tracked
17, or he doesn't. They're going to make music together regardless.
Horn says he's ready to see how this case plays out in Texas.
I think the interesting thing that we've seen in the last couple of days is that Gucci Mane has come out publicly and said that he's not cooperating with the government.
Okay. I've said this. I see everybody, you know, great minds think alike. Everybody's saying the same thing. We all want to blame the cop. The cop wasn't there. He's not an eyewitness to all these crimes, to the conversation, to give all the necessary details to fulfill not only a conspiracy, but fulfill a reasonable judge or jury in thinking that some shit happened, right? And basically, if you kind of look at this entire case, it hinges on Gucci Mane pointing out Pooh Shiesty. You can't just wait on the cop. The cop wasn't there. So if we're waiting on Gucci Mane to be the star witness, I think hip hop is going to do a number on him that he's going to be like, nah, man, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. At the end of the day, if people think about cost risk analysis, Gucci probably owns a lot of his music already. He doesn't need to do the extra stuff. So why let him go for free? Or why, send him to jail, especially if you were from the streets? So what I particularly believe is that Gucci's going to try to moonwalk from this issue. Is it too late? I don't know. Usually I'm like, oh, the streets would tell. What is the streets anymore, right?
And it is worth noting that last week we did hear from an FBI agent who said that he had not heard from Gucci Mane either. He also noted that there were no working video cameras inside this recording studio at the time of this incident.
See, that's spooky.
Darcy.
That is Fox 13's Kayla Solomon reporting live downtown tonight. Thank you, Kayla.
So no working cameras in there. Gucci might not cooperate. We haven't seen him since. How are they going to convict Pooh Shiesty? How? How are they going to convict him if they don't have all the stuff? Now, shout out to my man, Lawyer for Workers. He did a good breakdown on this. Check this out. By the way, we said all this stuff already. Lawyer. Here we go.
Shiesty update. I'm going to play the clip. The clip puts to bed any idea that Pooh is cooked. You're going to hear Big 30's lawyer talking about Gucci's plans on testifying. For good measure, the reporter from a respected news outlet out in Texas saying the FBI hasn't exactly heard from Gucci. Check this out.
Interesting thing that we've seen in the last couple of days is that Gucci Mane has come out publicly and said that he's not cooperating with the government.
And it is worth noting that last week we did hear from an FBI agent who said that he had not heard from Gucci Mane either. He also noted that there were no working video cameras inside this recording studio at the time of this incident. Darcy.
If Gucci does not testify, the question of is Pooh cooked comes down to 2 paragraphs in the complaint plus 1 picture. I'll show them to you and walk you through it. What's very interesting about the picture is this is not like what you might imagine the recording studio looks like, with a couch, a bunch of buttons and boards, a glass plate, and then boom, the
That's
recording
exactly
area is
how
directly in
most
front
of
of you.
them
It
look
looks like the recording area is somewhat off to the side, completely enclosed. It is not at all clear that anybody in the control room could actually see into the studio. And it's definitely clear that there could be people in parts of the control room who would not be able to see into the recording area at all. What does that mean? Well, we know the security guards were outside in the hallway. And we know that the only people who were in the control room were the business people. Gucci is inside the recording studio. When you read paragraph 21 and you read paragraph 22, it's funky. It doesn't exactly make a lot of sense. So if you read it, I want you to follow along. They say Big 30 barricades the door to the studio. They say that the security guards try to barge in, and when the security guards barge in, they get a peek and they see that they're outnumbered by the armed target suspects. It does not say that they are outnumbered by an armed Pooh Shiesty. Instead, they lump Pooh Shiesty in with the whole group of target suspects, suggesting that the security guards only saw other people, not Pooh with the gun. Later, where it's alleged that Pooh has the gun, he's allegedly holding it to the back of the head of one of the business people. And so, if there's anybody here other than Gucci who seems like they could put Pooh away, it's going to be one of the business guys. And so that's going to be ultimately, that guy's testimony seems to tell you where this entire case is headed. Everybody on the internet, I know you want to be so right, but the accused, when they get the full weight of the feds on them, deserve more than banter and gossip. Now that...
All right, my man done turned to a defense attorney in front of my eyes. Holy. Shout out to him, though. So, essentially, where's Pooh Shiesty at with this case? Pooh Shiesty has to play a game of chicken. And he has to think that, you know, no matter how heavily medicated Gucci appears to be, he could absolutely do... He's going to force Gucci to pick between his reputation and staining his entire career legacy, right? Now, we're hearing rumors that he's not going to cooperate. I really don't see Gucci being on the stand. I don't see Gucci being on the stand. I see the Karen being on the stand. I see the other guy being on the stand, not Gucci. So, we're going to see. We are going to see.
Pooh.
You have to understand, we've been...
Let me tell you the difference between a lawyer and a non-lawyer. Non-lawyers think the truth is what they know. Hey, I know this. This is the truth. I could see it. You know what lawyers think the truth is? It's what you could prove in a court of law. When a Fed writes an affidavit saying witnesses told him this, this, and this, and so the defendant is guilty of a crime, that does not make the defendant guilty of a crime. When those witnesses take the stand and give sworn testimony under oath with the defendant in the box and 12 jurors on the side, now you have evidence, you have sworn testimony. We are far from that. Look, I'm not saying this case is getting beat, this case is getting won, this case is this case is that. What I'm saying is you have to look at what the government is telling you and look at what the government is showing you. And then you have to start playing the game. That's all.
Yeah, I see a lot of people like jump on the side of Pooh Shiesty now. And I think it's reasonable. The case kind of looks a little weak. It looks like it's a hearsay case. Now, granted, if 10 people say the same thing about you, you'll still get convicted. I'm holding out hope that Gucci doesn't even get involved in this. He'll be able to say later on, like, yo, I never made a statement to the cops. I didn't put pen to paper. I was just talking shit. They took my statements and they tried to, like, convict this guy with it.
So the idea that there's a video of Pooh Shiesty holding a gun and pointing it at Gucci Mane and saying, sign this contract, has been proven to be demonstrably false. That is not on video. If it was, he would have been cooked a long time ago. But we'll see what happens as the case and the witnesses. Let me tell you the difference between...
Okay, there you go. You think Pooh's doing 30 years? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'd be very shocked if Pooh does more than 5. Why are they saying that Jeezy speaks out? No, he didn't.
This is Butterfly. Everywhere I go. Yellow. Telling you it's my mama. I know it is. She's telling me, baby, go, Jay. So look, man, you know, I ain't gonna take too much of y'all time. You know, I'm out here, get my mind right. I just wanted to drop a line to you guys. You know, I'm quite sure there's somebody in some hospital bed right now with all the money in the world. Peace.
Okay, he's not really addressing shit.
25 their way. Stay right here because the attention of see those royalties until the label has.
Niggas got like documentaries about this shit already?
Man, it's a million YouTube channels, but y'all right here with me. It's Monday, about to go get back to the homeless. Everybody's talking about it. New situations coming out every day. New details coming out every day about it. Since we last did this, they had a hearing in Memphis at his dad, Pooh Shiesty's dad, had a hearing, and the federal agents was asked, is there any hard evidence? And they were like, nah, there's no weapons. We couldn't really find anything to, but the judge was like, it's enough to keep this stuff going. But it's no hard evidence. It's no weapons that were found when Pooh dad was arrested, when Pooh Shiesty was arrested, when Big 30's car was searched. Now my inside man, I do have I am in Dallas, and with somebody at that house that night when Pooh Shiesty house was searched, and I'm being told the feds were really, really confident they were going to find something that night. It's like they were betting on it. They knew they had Pooh Shiesty. They knew it. That night they were going in during the raid to search his house. We know he's on house arrest, so he can't even be around that. That would have closed the coffin. Nails in the coffin. Closed case. Guaranteed extra 5-10 years. They went in there. They didn't find anything. And what I'm being told, the feds were upset. They thought they had him. They thought something was going to be found. Nothing was found that night when they arrested him. So that's really what I'm being told. And this is from a source that is, I don't really speak on a lot of what my sources say, but this is from somebody who...
Yeah, a lot of people have sources. By the way, I seen y'all tell me to react to this. Okay. So, 21 Savage, it's a really divisive time for Atlanta, but also, Gucci's really a pillar and a hero for so many people. But a lot of people are saying, damn, it is what it is. Like, if we're reading that you pointed people out, that's telling. Well, 21 Savage today was on Instagram, and this what happened.
Nigga is the bad. What y'all thought? It's too many people depending on his leadership skills out here for him to be gone. Come on, gone, reclaim your spot. I done gave us a second chance. I'm talking about a whole second chance, and you control all 3 lanes. You can do whatever you want to do. Put your foot on their neck. You understand me? Take those shoestrings and tie their lips up. These people not ready for you. And the niggas that was talking down
all right,
you, they lame and broke. I heard the females.
All right, home, Gresham, pull up.
Listen to your mama. But to the females that had to take over, you bitches better get ready. Y'all counted us out. Come on now. While we was counted down. Whoever was scared. I'm talking about whoever was scared when he went to the bed. Go on, make your bed. You hear me? Cause the biggest is back. Now come on now, son. You off there walk. And you talk that gangster shit, man. And you tell them people what I be telling you. Going there.
Okay, cool.
Ain't no more outfits from Southland Mall. They set up made in London. Couple hoes jumped on my beat, majority weight on me. She just acting favorite till I get home. Trust me, home. I'm feeling thirsty. I might do a demonstration on GP. I ain't shotgun in like 4 years. I ain't 7, 8, and 3. Don't let that first go to your head. Ain't nobody slime as me. I'm the wolf around the corner where they snake more.
Okay, anyway.
Race to the top, these niggas still can't get no bigger. I got rich a while in jail, locked in the feds, I'm doing niggas. Now my watch got on the watch, my chain got...
Now, a lot of people thought that, hey, he was being hypocritical. He was picking sides, and he went against Atlanta. I talked to Savage today. He was really confused by the whole thing. And his whole thing was, I was on live, and I played like 50 songs. This happened to be one of the songs that got played. I play random songs. If the algorithm chooses the song, it doesn't have nothing to do with whatever's going on with Gucci, right?
I'm more trained than you niggas. Ain't no such thing as real niggas, but I'm damn sure ain't counterfeit. 10 M's in the bank, then when Fed got penitentiary. Ferrari, off a jail call, I'm real rich.
King Buck, I see you, my boy. Yeah, so I kind of explained to him, I'm like, you got to understand why people are thinking that, right? You have now kind of like put yourself in a position where even when you're not trying to like make a statement, people think you are.
How you ain't making change? He ain't dead, but I got niggas in the fed smoking Lil Wayne. On the race to the top, these niggas.
So he commented on No Jumper's post, and we reposted that. But he said this. Give me a second. He said, I listened to over 50 songs live. The shit don't got nothing to do with that situation. So he was saying that, yo, I'm not trying to like mess with whatever y'all think about that. Give me 1 second. So, I'm trying to find 21 Savage's live from today. I want to find the one from today. Give me a second. Trying to find the longer version of this. Because he's saying that, no, I did not intentionally trying to do some shit. You know, obviously, men line, women line. I would love to see the other few hours or whatever that was of this stream to see if he only played FDO, because that looked bad. Just hopping on, playing FDO, kind of like taking a subliminal shot, I would think. You take a subliminal shot at Gucci, it looks horrible. I can't find it. Can't find it, y'all. All right. Anyway, cool. Give me 1 second. I'm going to give you the latest update on what exactly was given in court today. Today's Monday. Happy Monday to everybody. I'll tell you what they said in court, and this is exactly where everyone's going to go with for the remaining of this situation. I think the government's being really lenient, or at least in Memphis. Give me a second. I'm logging into this federal thingy. It's a federal court system thing. What the fuck? Give me 1 second. I don't know why this shit is not working for me.
Label has recouped every dollar Billboard 200 with 62,000 album equivalent units or not, and the label, the entity that owns those masters, collects every penny while the artist is away. There is no pause button on royalties.
Are these like AI
There is no
videos?
morality clause that says if the artist is incarcerated, the label stops.
I feel like these are AI videos. YouTube's been starting to get filled with a bunch of AI videos. I don't like them. Here's some reactions to this shit.
Man, this shit can't be real with this. Man, is this shit real? Hey, this shit real with Gucci. Ain't no way this shit, you know the internet be lying. You believe that all night? I said, you believe all this real? Like, this shit might be real, boy. Man, this shit might be real. I'm finna see. The internet gonna tell you this shit real. The internet finna tell you this shit real.
Play the game with him every day. He ain't been on that hoe in 2 days.
He ain't been on the game, man, man.
He play that hoe every day.
No.
I'm telling you, bro.
God. Damn.
It's real, man. Folks say it's real.
All right, he ain't saying shit.
Brave
police officer. With that being said,
respect right now, I can't lie.
when I did my video with Gucci Mane, I went to Atlanta and I met Gucci Mane for the first time, and we did our song, we did the video. He had one nigga with him. It was a security guard, big tall bald head. He was a supporter. So when he met me, he embraced me like he supported me. He was like, hey bro, like me, my son, my nephew, like we embrace your music, whatever. I work for Gucci full time. He was like, but anytime I ain't working, I provide you my services because I'm an off-duty officer. And I'm a retired police officer. That's what he said. I'm a retired police officer. With that being said, Gucci been having the same security guard for a while. So if I don't know what the going on, but if a move got put on WAP or however it went, I don't think it's WAP the one that's talking. I don't think it's WAP the one that's pressing the issue. But the security guard, the one that's the retired police officer, you can't tell him what to do with his life. You got some who still live by the street code. I respect it. I don't respect who get in the streets, do shit, and then tell to get out of it. I don't respect it. No. I feel like if you did that shit, and then for real, it really be a bigger picture. It really be a bigger picture. It be money. Shiesty up. Shiesty just came home. Shine took off. I'm talking about, y'all probably up a dub. He probably up a 15 clip, like 15, he probably up some big shit. Like, I get it, up some big shit, like, on no hating shit. Like, he came home, took care of his business, whatever his contract was, like, it was what it was, but the way he came home, the way he came out, like, he up some big shit, and he was on his way, and can still be on his way. But, if that security guard, boy, press the issue, dog, that shit gonna get ugly, dog.
Do understand one phone. I want to see it. That was a win. Let's go. That's how I gotta go. You can't. I'm on that Euro tour, like I said. I'm in Prague, going back to Paris tonight. But for everybody in my DM, Rose, what you think, or how you feel about the Guwap Pooh Shiesty situation? I don't like it for either side. You know what I'm talking about? Guwap most definitely didn't deserve that, and I don't want to see this for the little homie Pooh Shiesty, but this one got to be educated and understand. In business, you got to negotiate. You got to negotiate. If you were signed for $100K and now you got 10 M's on the table, it's time to negotiate. This how we do this. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody win. Let's go. That's how I gotta go. You can't muscle your way out of no shit and no business. It don't go that way. And I ain't just talking about on the people's side, but on the other side, the blitz gonna come. You can't run from it, homie. That's the way it goes. Negotiate. It's time to educate. I wanna see young hustlers from the South win. I want to see it. That was the time I got Gotti and Guwap on the phone together. Us three on the phone. And it ain't nothing to discuss. It was no disrespect. It was no raised voices. Rose just wanted to plant that seed. And I understand one phone call may not fix all the situations, but you want to plant that seed when they may be able to move forward one day, get some paper one day. The CMG 1017 tour one day, that was Rose mindset. And I wish nothing but my homies the best. When it come to business, let's negotiate. Can't take the streets to the do. Gonna get a life sentence with that shit, bullshit. Let's get to the B's. And that's the space we in this world we living in.
I agree. And by the way, yo, you know what's so funny? This is only, and this is why people looking at Gucci a little bit weird. Cause nigga, shit like this been happening, bro. Yo, there was rumors when Ross and Meek ain't see eye to eye. They claimed there was a tense moment up in a club where they kind of came, face to face, you know what I mean? And, without trying to get too much into it before, if you never heard about it, you never heard of it. They figured out their stuff with business. So I think that's why he's saying that. Because him and Meek, could have been at a place where they would have, I would think Meek would have crashed out. Because when people are upset at their label and they feel like their label's holding the fate of their careers in their hand, you never know when they'll crash out.
Living by their own codes, breaking a lot of rules, and my I don't be knowing if I realize the punishment that come with that. Where I'm from, it wouldn't have even been my request, but just know,
family, my forever.
The rules of the streets is if you cooperate with law enforcement and give them any information or any name other than yours, then yes, you are a rat. These are the rules of the streets. For the last 5-10 years, everywhere I seen Gucci wasn't the streets. A yacht, an exclusive birthday party, a weekend trip to Vegas.
So this is why kind of coping a bit. I think he's kind of admitting that, you could kind of like evolve beyond this like street mentality where you could do whatever the hell you want to do and not get judged. We found the Instagram live for Savage. So let's see if he was capping about, the Gucci thing. Here we go.
Get flipped, get killed, get flipped.
Whose song is this?
She been on my line, I'm like, baby, can I breathe? Ain't shit sweet, ballin' on. Who's flexing now? They down the kid, I live, they just celebrating. I just keep going up and up, elevating. I'm rolling, they ain't, we is not relating. Them first, us, we win. Smith's devastation.
Okay. Five minutes in. No FDO.
This shit called perfect timing. Trapping being at Miley Cyrus. Some little boys need to get back on the score, stop all that dissing. We got 2 blocks in the air, and I'm tired of going through that safe and block, they never down. Nigga said he shot and talk, he must be shooting in the air. Pop out dog shit like I'm chiming, feel like no beef out behind me. I be outside every day, why they act like they can't find me? You can catch me on my block, pop out 2 drinks, fully block. Don't close your eyes, you see that gunfire, hit his top and watch him drop. If he ain't dead, he ain't my arm. Y'all keep talking. On my block, pop out 2 drinks, fully block. Don't close your eyes, you see that gunfire, hit his top and watch him drop. If he ain't dead, he ain't my arm. Y'all keep talking about that murder, no that's count, that shit got dropped. Say how I feel about that. Can't do the time, won't do the crime. I'm so in love with that. I switch the one, shoot 20 times. I'm so fire, can't redo it. That shit, what the fuck is a 369? And I know.
It looked like he cut that last song off where he hit next. Hey, I'm gonna take Savage at his word, man. Point is, Savage say he wasn't thinking about that shit, man. I think Savage should stay out of all this ratting conversation. He got a new baby on the way. Let him do that. But what I realize is Savage is the type of nigga, he likes to sacrifice himself for other people who wouldn't do it for him. So I think he should leave this convo alone.
What y'all thought? It's too many people depending on his leadership skills out here for him to be gone. Come on, reclaim your spot. I done gave us a second chance. I'm talking about a whole second chance, and you control all 3 lanes. You can do whatever you want to do. Put your foot on their neck. You understand me? Take your shoestrings and tie their lips up. These people not ready for you. And the niggas that was talking down on you, they lying be broke. I heard the females.
All right, home, Gresh, pull up.
Listen to your mama. But to the females that had to take
Okay.
you.
Couple hoes jumped on my beat. Got more chain than you niggas. Ain't no such thing as real nigga, but I'm damn sure ain't counterfeit. 10 M's in the bank, then when Fed got penitentiary.
Yeah. If you ask me, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. If Savage turns off the song, you know what all y'all gonna say? Oh man, he dissing, like he pressed, like, oh, that's how these Atlanta niggas do. If you listen to the song, you're gonna be like, oh, he switched up on Gucci, damn. Why he know the lyrics? Why he know the lyrics though? Can't win.
Off a jail call, I'm real rich. Make sure she cover my name up if you plan on keeping a bitch. I signed the deal and went to jail. They ain't even seen.
Okay. All right. All good.
How you ain't making change? He ain't dead, but I got.
Okay. Enough. All right, people. We are still kind of like checking out what's going on with Lil Tjay, Offset. I am checking as we speak to see if we have any processing that was done. I'm pretty sure this is going to take a while. They got shit to do in Florida. But all this is coming out of Florida. Here we go. I'll let you know if he pops up in this database. No, still no. So Lil Tjay supposedly is in custody. Offset's at the hospital. We don't know how this incident started. There was a lot of people seemingly there. I'm pretty sure someone has the full altercation or maybe the back and forth with words on camera somewhere. So now we got give me a second. I'm still trying to figure out this Lil Tjay stuff, man. The Flocko hear some shit?
Offset got shot up and had a better approach. Already looking, he says, oh, I've seen Offset fight.
That I have in my safe.
You're rich. That he told her to he still needed that. He still needed that.
Yeah. Oh. So he was like, I did a favor and this is a test. I was like, okay, what? He was like, how much money can you get or are you by? And I was like, I mean, like I have I sent him the video, like all that money that I have in my safe.
You're rich.
And he immediately called me. He called me back and then he was like, bring all of it. And I was like, I don't even know how much this is. He was like, bring all of it because I have a ton of 20s and then like hundreds.
At the time, not now, currently.
No.
Because, continue. Keep going.
Because now, so then he was like, yeah, bring all of it. So I actually did.
So this is about Offset degeneracy again.
But in my mind, I was like, I can't give him the 20s. Like, let me just give him the hundreds. He was like counting out in the car. I went to the casino, by the way. I'm not going to do every single detail and have this.
She's working on her 40-minute straight drive.
And just like Offset did to Lil Tjay, when it came back to paying back the money he borrowed, all of a sudden Offset created beef, so he don't got to pay it back. So Selena Powell would post on her social media that she was getting threatened by Offset because she asked Offset to pay back the money that he owes her. So she took to her social media to says, if anything happens to me, Offset did it. She would also go and says, tired of this grown man. Offset was indeed shot in the leg. Offset was transported to the hospital. He was listed in stable condition. Now he's still in the hospital as far as I was told. Now, a rep for the Seminole County Police Department tells TMZ, we are aware of an incident that occurred at a valet area after 7 p.m. Monday outside of Seminole Hard Rock, Hollywood, that resulted in non-life-threatening injuries to an individual who was transported to Memorial Regional Hospital in Hollywood. The rep added, Seminole police were on site immediately and the situation was contained quickly. 2 individuals have been detained by police. The investigation is ongoing. The site is secure and there is no threat to the public. Operations continue as normal. Here's what happened, okay? Lil Tjay and Offset are both at this casino. Offset is a gambling addict. Offset is at the casino almost every day. If you're somebody who wants to meet Offset one day, go to a casino in Florida. Offset is gonna be there. That's just what Offset does. Offset is a gambling addict. I don't know why that's his thing. He's at a casino 24/7 gambling. So Offset and Lil Tjay is both outside of the casino. They're in the valet area. While in the valet area, they ran into each other. I was told that Offset is who engaged the altercation. He engaged the confrontation. Now, like I said before, Offset is somebody who can fight. Offset, I don't think, is scared of Lil Tjay not one bit. Now, I was told, Lil Tjay wasn't backing out either. They both got in each other's faces. Offset took off on Lil Tjay. Offset put hands and feet on Lil Tjay. And somebody pulled out a gun and shot Offset. Now, who that person is, use your imagination. Who would have an invested interest in shooting Offset because Offset is whooping on Lil Tjay? Use your imagination. Now, 2 people have been detained. It's unclear if Lil Tjay is one of the 2 that's been detained. Now, academics did say he spoke to Lil Tjay representative as well as Offset representative. Now, Lil Tjay and his rep is offering little to no information because obviously, right? Like, what are they going to say? Hey, bruh, Lil Tjay got his butt whooped, so Lil Tjay and his associate shot Offset. Man, cut it out, bro. They can't say it. So they told AC, there was an altercation, but we can't say much at the time. Sorry, cat's out the bag, okay? Lil Tjay was getting whooped on, and shots were fired.
There's multiple people in custody. Yo, how the fuck did Flacco do this so quick? Now, give me 1 second. Yeah, man. Offset got to get the fuck on out of Hard Rock, man. Yo, Offset, man. I got a steak deal. Like we gotta get you a steak deal, my boy. Like for real. Yo, chat. Look at this shit. Why this shit? There's a Rod Wave song like stuck in my mind right now. Wait, why is it not opening up? Okay, it's not opening. Oh, fuck. Give me 1 second, chat. Give me 1 second. Oh, yeah, I can't see that. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all, chat. On some shit. And this is why we all got our vices. You know, shit, gambling be kicking my ass too. I can't even cap. Gambling kick my ass too. But, again, I kind of said before, man, I sent a lot of prayers for Offset because I think it's one thing, you know, you're gambling, you're losing. We all lose from time to time. Or a lot, whatever. You know, you're not going to beat the casino. But you can't forget who you are, right? Like, you're Offset. Like, you being in the casino, you can't, like, you have to remember that you have real-world issues. People know where you are. You know, this kind of sounds like, because I even asked Lil Tjay's team, I'm like, everybody know Offset's at Hard Rock all the time. If he's in, like, Florida for a hosting, why go there? And I don't know, maybe Lil Tjay just likes going to Hard Rock. Chat. I'm going to show you this. So, Selena sent me this, and it was, this was when Offset finessed her for like 20 or 30 grand. Look at this shit, chat. This is, look, right? But that's not the important part. And Offset, you can't be sending this type of shit around to people. Look at this. Look at this. This is Offset with his Hard Rock host. He's like, I'm here. So only gave me $3K in cash. He says, at least you have some cash. That's what the host says. He says, credit line. He says, I'm working on it. He says, how long? Because he's trying to gamble. The host says, I'm not sure. I sent it higher. It's up in credit. He said, what did they say? Now, he says, this is the host. He says, do you want to know what's your down this trip? He says, yes. $890,000. He said, oh my God, what the fuck? He said, I need $500K more. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Yo, I'm living in that bitch. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ. This is crazy. But I mean, you know, you losing shit like that. But yo, Offset's I'm not saying this to embarrass him. I hope y'all know this. Like, he's a fucking legend. He's greater than this. He's greater than, like, these situations we're hearing about him with. You know, he's, you know, at least come to state, bro. Come to state. Now, I ain't trying to do a plug. I'm just saying, man, I don't know if it seems like he's in there chasing losses. And I've been there too, because I'm kind of low-key a fiend too. I ain't gonna cap with you. Like, you know what I mean? We all been there. I'm not gonna act like Offset the only nigga. But, bruh, if your ops could pull up on you at this casino because you're there lacking, just spending days, weeks, months, it's not good. You feel me? Nah, Offset's a legend. What are you talking about? Nah, Offset's absolutely a legend. So this kind of like proves everything. And the host says, I was going to come with you. I got a truck here. I don't know what that means. So I guess he went down 910 because he took Selena 20K, right? So he was down 890 already. Took Selena 20K. That shit ain't come back. Fucked up, huh? Whatever. Anyway. Prayers. I don't even know who's Offset's team. That's the thing about it. Somebody said, at least with stake you get paid regardless of your losses. That's not true. That's not true either. Now, gambling is gambling. And I do think, you know, obviously I think we should probably have a better, a more in-depth conversation about gambling overall. Because no matter what level you are on, I know everyone, especially these days, even if you like sports, you probably end up betting or wagering or doing a player prop or a parlay or something like that. I'm not attacking gambling necessarily when it comes to this Offset thing. I just wish he would move like a fucking superstar, because I look at Offset like a superstar. And if you're going to be in a casino for 2 weeks, just have your team in the casino with you. Have somebody watching your back. Have somebody to, diffuse situations if they ever happen. Granted, for him, I'm pretty sure he ran into 1,000 fans before somebody that didn't like him popped up. But it's kind of important to know. Somebody said table games only. Someone said he isn't a superstar or legend. Wait, Offset's not a superstar to y'all? Am I tripping? Somebody says gambling addiction is crazy. I almost got into that shit. Lost 1,010 minutes. Had to check myself. Yeah, and again, I don't. I think that's why he's probably there a lot. Just being honest, he's probably there because he's chasing losses. But I'm still not blaming the gambling. I'm blaming the way he's moving because he's gambling. Like, he should have security. You're out and about, even though you might think the casino is home. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Shit. Like I heard a story. I heard that the Hard Rock gave him a jet just to, like, some holiday, like, yo, yeah, just take the jet and go to Atlanta and go see a family. Yo, if the casino's giving you a jet to go see a family, bruv, yo, there's no casino known to man that's giving you a jet to leave them. That's when they know they got you. They're like, oh, you're definitely coming back. They gave you a fucking jet. Oh, hey, take the jet. All right, go spend some time with the fam. And then come back, we'll rob you a little bit more. Somebody said, stop copping police or Offset. Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, nigga. I be gambling a lot too. So I kind of see, like, we're not susceptible. We're all susceptible to certain vices or certain addictions. So I'm not here to talk about addictions or if he's losing. I'm here to say, don't forget who you are. Don't forget who you are. That's my thing. Don't forget who you are. You're Offset. You shouldn't be arguing with a fan about a picture. If you want to go do that and you could lose whatever type of money, man, get your security just to kind of flank you if you want to be in a casino. That they could make sure you're not getting bothered. You're not getting trolled. Somebody's not trying to plot on you. Somebody ain't trying to run up and do something. That's my only thing. I'm not telling him to stop gambling, because to me, I think that would be hypocritical. Because honestly, I would tell myself to stop gambling a long time ago. So I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to say is that don't forget who you are, right? Like, that's how addicts kind of become the worst version of themselves, right? Like, I'm pretty sure Delonte West has like some, mental health stuff, I would hope. But when people are talking about him and like his deterioration because of some of the vices he had, whether it was, some drugs or, whatever it was, I think there's a point of addiction where you forget who you are and you don't give a fuck. And that lack of giving a fuck is where it takes you down a really deep, dark spiral. But I keep saying call whack. What is whack going to tell us about this? I mean, I call him. It's just that I'm not too sure if you guys are anticipating he has like some interesting or exclusive angle. The Bruno Mars story always kind of like, let me see. That always kind of like intrigued me. Was this ever true? Some people say it was false.
Which in turn, they force him to perform every night until the bills are paid off. But from the looks of it, it doesn't seem like Bruno Mars' debt is going to be paid off anytime soon. So let's get into it.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Whoa, brother.
Now, Bruno Mars...
Whoa, brother. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Bruno Mars.
I think he got some good info. Pause.
They turn a blind eye and they end up becoming enablers. Now, Vegas has been a tough place for Bruno Mars.
Oh, Bruno Mars got arrested for cocaine? Yeah, I imagine Bruno Mars does some cocaine.
For years now, over a decade, because in 2010 he was arrested for having some drugs. After performing at the Hard Rock Hotel Casino in Las Vegas, he was arrested.
It's always a Hard Rock, huh?
Early Sunday morning on suspicion of cocaine. It turns out that hotel security actually discovered Bruno Mars with the drugs and they detained him. And it seems like these security guards did not care who he was. I mean, at that point, he probably wasn't as big.
All right, bro. You got to be on camera every time.
Probation because of these charges of clients served. They've secured billions of dollars.
Guilty to possession of too bad state. Sir, you agree with those negotiations?
Really drunk. So a lot of that is a big blur. And
all right, man. We got to find another video. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was like a big story that he owed the casino $50 million and he had to sign a deal to perform until it was paid off. And let's go. Let's see
that information with a grain of salt because none of it is confirmed. He has to pay back his debt after taxes, and then in brackets it says Mars makes 1.5 million per night. 90 million after taxes is closer to 60 million.
Oh my god, like, yeah, how are the worst people like commented on this? It's intolerable.
For those who were wondering. Then it goes on to say, granted, he lives for free while he has a contract, but still, he should be taking home, and then in brackets, or saving, a lot more than he has since signing the long-term contract in 2016. MGM is doubling down on Mars though. The Pinky Ring, his lounge at the Bellagio, an MGM property, debuted over the Super Bowl, and we hear he has another project with the high-end casino in the works as well. And then the article concludes, a rep for...
So they're saying that this guy was down so bad, he basically, it's like stepping out on the check for dinner, and now you're like washing dishes to try to like pay off your dinner bill, and I guess that would be performing for the casino in terms of Bruno Mars if he owed $50 million.
MGM didn't return emails. A rep for Mars declined to comment. And why? Because it's all true? No, sorry. So I guess that the message that this article conveyed was just so intriguing that the idea behind Paula's like 200-word kind of sloppily written kind of reads as like a second thought of an article. Oh girl, it went viral. It took off, it spread around the internet like wildfire. And I think part of the reason that happened is because Bruno Mars had kind of disappeared in the years leading up to it. Like, I'm sure you can recall Bruno Mars's eras in pop music if that's something that you were sort of involved in at any point. If you ever turned on the radio, you've heard this man's voice. Obviously sort of...
What?
Nigga, who you talking to like that?
I'm still saddened.
Yo, did you set up my nigga Offset, bro?
Yeah, he needed that.
All right, I'm getting on the phone with you.
Just kidding, I'm just kidding.
Nah, you wildin', bro.
What happened? Wait, what happened?
Bro, you know exactly what happened.
Did he really get shot? I don't believe the internet.
He did.
Oh, that was real?
You're a troll, bro. All right, I had to hang up on her ass. Yo, we see so much AI shit these days. Everything just seems like a joke. Boy, oh boy. Right. Yeah, chat. I'm looking for. I can't find whoever. Damn, this is crazy. I'm trying to see if anyone has been arrested in relation to all of this stuff, but I can't find anybody. Is that casino in Broward County? I don't think so, right? Yeah, I can't find him. All right. So yeah. I don't know. Again, we're going to wait until TMZ or some other outlet probably gets the news. Maybe from the sheriff's office themselves, unless they book somebody. But I would imagine that the police have these guys, trying to like question them if they're not hurt. Trying to question them like, hey, what happened? Why y'all got beef? Who's fighting? Who did what? Who had a gun? Who had whatever? Interesting. Okay. Oh, this is what I want to watch this with y'all for a second, chat. We covered this case before, but obviously I wasn't that tapped in. And it made it so much better as a story. Remember the Afroman case? So the Afroman case, I'll kind of, get you guys back up to speed. So Afroman is a artist. He's known for the Because I Got High song, right? Because I got high, because I got high, because I got high, right? And what happened was some person in his neighborhood reported that he kidnapped somebody. The cops believe the report. They feel it's probable cause. They get a search warrant and they fucking kick his door off the hinges. They go search his house. And when they search his spot, they basically find nothing. After they find nothing, he asked them, like, hey, listen, you guys fucked up my door. Could you pay for it? They tell him, like, yo, fuck you. And he says, all right, I got to get this money back somehow. He takes the video of the surveillance video of the raid, and he makes music videos with it. And he's essentially kind of clowning the officers because some of the officers are on the video doing some goofy shit, eating like cake. You know what I mean? Like doing mad, like unethical shit. I think this is it. Is it this it? Okay. So check this out.
Later, Afroman was put on trial. Not because of any crime he committed. The police found nothing incriminating in their raid. No, he was on trial for what he said about the police raid in a viral music video.
Why are you still in?
So this is actual video from the cops in Afroman's crib, right? And he made a song after it because he's on some shit like, yo, I got to get my money back. Y'all stole my shit. Y'all ate. There was like was it cheesecake or something like that? They ate the cheesecake. And the cops got mad because he showed their faces and they sued him for defamation.
My money.
7 Ohio sheriff's deputies filed a defamation lawsuit against Afroman, alleging his music video caused them immense harm. But Afroman and his attorneys obliterated them in court, and it was all caught on camera.
All of it is an outrage.
So today I'm going to break down how Afroman and his legal team beat the defamation case and answer the question he's been asking for the past 4.
So that's all he wanted.
This is Winchester, Ohio, population roughly 1,000, a small town in Adams County, about 50 miles east of Cincinnati, and the county itself only has about 27,000 people. And on this Sunday morning, heavily armed sheriff's deputies are about to make a very big mistake. Enter Joseph Edgar Foreman. Born in 1974 in Palmdale, California, you know him as Afroman, the guy who gave the world Because I Got High in 2000. The song was a goofy anthem celebrating weed that went to #1 in 23 countries and got nominated for a Grammy. Afroman was everywhere.
I was gonna go to court before I got high.
But by 2022, Afroman had traded the limelight for a quieter life in Winchester, Ohio, where he lived, performed locally, and made music on his own terms. He had a home studio, security cameras on his property, and cash from gig earnings stored in the house. He was not, by any apparent measure, a drug trafficker or a kidnapper. Someone, however, had told the Adams County Sheriff's Office otherwise. On August 21st, 2022, the Adams County Sheriff's Office obtained and executed a search warrant on Afroman's home. The warrant alleged suspicion of drug trafficking and kidnapping.
The warrant said...
Yeah, so somebody said that he had drugs and he was kidnapping people at his crib. So they ran to the crib to go see where the drugs and where the people being kidnapped.
Narcotics and kidnapping. The warrant said narcotics and kidnapping.
And he made a song about all this bullshit.
The basis? A confidential informant. Afroman wasn't home when they showed up, but his then wife and their 2 kids, aged 10 and 12, were nearby. They came over when they saw the police presence. She recorded parts of it on her phone, and there's also body cam footage. According to Afroman, the deputies kicked in his front door, broke his external gate, cut the wiring on his security camera system, rummaged through his closet, flipped through his CD collection, handled a wad of cash found in the home, and encountered 1 lemon pound cake baked by his mother. They found no drugs, they found no kidnapping victims, they found no evidence of any crime. They didn't even find the basement torture dungeon the confidential informant described because, well, apparently Afroman's house didn't even have a basement. Needless to say, no charges were ever filed. But they did leave behind something priceless: security camera footage. Afroman came home to a trashed house. His front door was destroyed, his security system was cut, his property was in disarray. He reached out to the sheriff's office about repairing the damage. He says their response was essentially, not our problem.
The guy started laughing and waddling his head. He goes, "We're not required to do that." And they were unapologetic.
Afroman actually filed his own lawsuit over the damage to his home, but that claim was dismissed. And that's because the law gives police a lot of leeway here. When officers execute a valid search warrant, they're generally allowed to use reasonable force to get inside, even if that means breaking doors or damaging property. And courts have held that kind of damage doesn't automatically require compensation. So even though nothing was found, and even though Afroman was left with the bill, the law still treats the raid itself as lawful. He also says the deputies had confiscated over $5,000 in cash, money he made from performing. Eventually, they gave it back, but Afroman claimed about $400 was missing. The sheriff's office said deputies simply miscounted. But Afroman was not convinced. So he asked himself a question that would kick off this entire saga.
I asked myself, as a powerless black man in America, what can I do? And only thing I could come up with was make a funny rap song about him and make some...
So on like the base, you know, I know this is a little bit old at this point, but on face value, they get like some random tip. They break into this guy's house. The tip was probably like some fake shit. They didn't find anything. And he asked them, hey, could you just like repair the shit y'all broke when y'all came to go check? And they told him, fuck off. So he says, all right, bet. I'm going to go get my money back by making funny songs to parody the situation or make a satirical effort. And I'll make my money that I need to pay for these damages that way. And that's where the drama starts.
Some money, use the money to pay for the damages, and move on.
His answer? Make a funny rap song about it. 4 months after the raid in December 2022, Afroman released The Fern Pound Cake. Set to the tune of the Drifter song Under the Boardwalk, the video slows down on a deputy who, in the middle of executing a search warrant for kidnapping victims and narcotics, pauses at a cake stand in Afroman's kitchen and stares.
I'm glad, even though he's an older guy, I'm glad he has a sense of humor still.
Make the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice.
The video now has over 3.7 million views on YouTube. Afroman didn't stop there. He created an entire lemon pound cake album. He made merchandise featuring the deputies' likenesses. He nicknamed the cake-gazing officer Police Officer Pound Cake on social media. He compared the judge who signed off on the warrant to the cartoon character Droopy. He compared one officer to Quasimodo.
Is it true that Mr. Foreman called you a hunchback?
Yes.
And specifically compared you to Quasimodo?
Yes.
He released more videos. He posted on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. He called them being from Adams KK County and accused them of theft. Then he released a song allegedly about sleeping with one of the deputies' wives. The deputies were not happy.
Now, we've talked extensively on the channel about the rise of authoritarianism in the U.S. And
mental distress, embarrassment, loss of reputation. would be highly offensive to a reasonable person. False light differs from defamation.
Context of that name comes from a music video that Mr. Foreman.
Down your door, the Constitution protects your right to say you don't like it. TLDR, if the verdict had gone against Afroman, I don't know that it would have been upheld on appeal. Afroman's countersuit was dismissed before trial. That means Afroman couldn't make the sheriff fix his door. 3.5 years after the raid, the case finally went to trial, and it was all documented on video. The deputies testified first. Here's the pound cake guy, Sean Cooley.
You were called Officer Pound Cake by Mr. Foreman?
Multiple times.
And the context of that name comes from a music video that Mr. Foreman created, correct?
I don't know where he got it at, but...
The Adams County Sheriff kicked down my door. Then I heard the glass break.
You would admit that you with the glasses walking by the lemon pound cake on the counter?
Yes.
This clip isn't just funny, it does good legal work. Remember, for false light and defamation, he has to prove that Afroman said something false. But here, it
has to be false and malicious.
Admits the underlying event is real. That's him in the house, in the video, walking by the mom's dessert with what a reasonable person might describe as lustfulness. What Afroman added was the label Officer Pound Cake. But that's not a factual claim, it's a joke, a characterization, the kind of exaggeration the First Amendment protects. This is also a classic approach to parody. Take a real event or a real person, exaggerate it, turn it into a character. Officers from other jurisdictions also call him pound cake.
When I walked into the deputy's room up there to talk to them, they all knew me, all knew that I'd been called a thief, lemon pound cake. He has posted my image, yes, several times on the internet. He sold merchandise, sweatshirts, t-shirts, things of that nature at all of his venues. Matter of fact, they were for sale at a smoke shop here in town.
Now that could be humiliating and hurtful, but he can't get damages for emotional distress if he doesn't prove the other elements of defamation and false light. Here's another good moment of cross-examination by Afroman's lawyer, David Osborne.
This may sound stupid, but I believe it applies to myself. We're not the thinnest people in the world, are we?
I'm going to call you fat, but okay.
Now, this whole thing is kind of like a sham, and like these detectives or these cops are like really serious, but I feel like the prosecutors or not prosecutors, the lawyers are just like having a blast.
I was calling myself fat. But you would agree that we're not thin people?
Absolutely.
And you would agree that how you conduct yourself during a search and everything reflects directly on your reputation?
Absolutely.
You don't believe everything you read on the internet, do you?
No.
You actually probably don't believe everything you read in the newspaper, do you?
No.
You would agree that Exhibit D that I played, the song Lemon...
It's a fact. Second, it went straight to damages. Grooms claimed he was deeply harmed by the song, but his own ex-wife testified that he laughed about it. That undercuts one of the key elements of emotional distress, that the harm was real, serious, and severe. So this wasn't just embarrassing, it was legally fatal. It's hard to claim a song destroyed your life when you were laughing about it. And since the jury did not...
All right, anyway. Really interesting case. If you guys want to watch that video, you can later. I do want to touch on Kanye West, who's on an amazing comeback. It appears that how do I do this? Let's see, close this view. It appears that some of the pushback is finally getting to other things he's trying to do. Now, Kanye has been relegated to perform in Mexico, China, in South America, and anywhere not the North America or even, he's been able to do Central America, but he can't perform in the United States, or he couldn't historically. Why? They claim the anti-Semitism that he, expounded or put out into the world. He shouldn't be in front of a microphone where he could say anything. He went through a whole lot of, public beating and chastising in terms of what he said. And eventually he basically blamed it on his mental health. And he also said that, he was healing. Ever since then, he's had his first show in the United States in years. SoFi Stadium, 30,000 people, out of this world. Now, after that, the Wireless Festival, which is a festival in the UK, they're actually booking Kanye for a 3-day, whoever he wants to come up, like performance, like headliner thing. Now, it's important to know that this is kind of like the same thing they did with Drake, except I think they probably watched the production value that Kanye brought out. And they're like, oh, we want to do this with Ye now. So that's currently the new thing. However, sponsors start to drop out. We have Pepsi who said, oh, we're out. We're not going to sit here while you guys like fucking re-platform Kanye West. So they fell out. Give me a second. Okay, so Pepsi pulled out, and then PayPal pulled out. And a few others are threatening to pull out, with the government now saying, well, the government's now saying, here's the thing. We're not like trying to platform him for hate speech. We're just platforming for him performing the songs that he's made. Why y'all getting at us? A festival for having some moral type of, outlook to things, when this particular guy, his music has already been played on DSPs. He's not banned from DSPs. Y'all don't get at them. So why, if you want to book him for a concert, y'all trying to get y'all, have your panties in a bunch? So Ye is doing one of the most amazing comebacks I've seen. And I've said this before. I said Ye's one of those people you can't take his advice, because his advice probably works for him, but you're not him. And that's like a huge thing, because I don't think no one could come back from this. By the way, his album did debut number 2 on the Billboard 200 charts. He sold 154. Yeet sold 80K. And I got to be honest, Ye Bully selling 154. That is huge. Now, there is numbers floating around. I don't know if we got it from... Actually, let me look it up on touring data. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, they don't even report about him. Apparently, he made some wild number. They're claiming his concert sold or grossed 33. Oh, okay. TMZ reported. So his concerts grossed $33 million. Okay. They're saying Bloomberg is saying that Ye snagged more than $18 million in ticket sales during his Friday concert. Okay. So just off ticket sales, $18 million. Jesus Christ. How much was he charging? Making it one of the highest grossing single shows in the history of live music. They said he had such diehard fans rushing to buy his new record, it's going to become a bestseller as well. But they're saying his 2 sold-out LA gigs could be an aberration, considering all of his issues can involve in anti-Semitism dating back to 2022. It's kind of interesting. So he made $33 million in 2 days? That's crazy. Now, I see people constantly having a conversation of what should they forget? What should they forgive? What is forgivable with Ye? When is Ye being sincere? When can we hold him accountable? And that's a pretty good question, but it differs based on who you're talking to. Yes, Ye has said a lot of things that I don't agree with. Do I feel the need that he needs to apologize and like go kiss the wall? Whatever the hell people are saying. No, I just don't think it's that deep. So for me, I don't have a problem with Ye or his rhetoric or what he's doing now. Or there's, there are certain people that would be like, oh, with some of his comments, he's crossed over in a territory where if you like, people would stop listening to his music just to try to hurt him. I just don't think someone like Kanye West you could potentially hurt when he's so popular. Just over those 2 performances alone, he basically told you, hey, listen, I'm probably a better performer than your favorite rapper. I'm the guy. I could see people leaving the country. Like if he was to do this in Mexico or Canada because for whatever reason they didn't still let him do shows here. I see a lot of people going for it. So for me, I don't have that problem. I don't have that issue with Ye doing what he's doing now. I think it's completely normal, honestly. And let me be clear with normal. Ye is the greatest hip hop artist of our lifetime. We usually don't give a fuck that much about someone's opinions or personal preferences. We listen to people who are damn near, at least in hip hop, they're damn near stupid. So I'm not gonna hold this guy to the fire for every little thing he said. I could chalk certain shit up as just stupid or bullshit, but I could still get past it. Okay? By the way, I'm wondering why he chose LA. I wonder if any other stadium said no. Interesting. Where was it? Oh shit, my bad. Where was it? Was that watching a video? Am I tripping? Okay, I can't find it. So $33 million. Holy shit. Did he tweak out on the cousin song? He gave his cousin head. He absolutely did. He absolutely did. But let me tell you how much loved Ye is. I think for the people who really like him, you still don't even know if that's really true. And you probably have made up in your mind that it isn't exactly what people are thinking and you're coping already. Which is like the most, it just shows you how great Ye is. Because you'll just start coping to not have a confrontation with some of the stuff he's actually done in the past, Okay. Dawn Florio, which is the lawyer for Lil Tjay, she is officially denying that Lil Tjay was involved in any incident. Says our official statement, we're issuing this release in regards to the false rumors that Tjay was involved in a shooting which occurred in the valet area of the Seminole Hard Rock Hollywood, which resulted in non-life-threatening injuries to Offset, formerly a member of the Migos. He's not been shot, nor has he been charged with any shooting. Any reports to the contrary is false. We encourage people to consult trusted news sources and to verify the accuracy of any reporting before reflexive sharing or repeating baseless rumors. I think we're going to wait and see. I'm going to wait and see when it comes to this one. The lawyer's doing what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to, I'm not sure if he's on a probation situation, but she's supposed to basically come out and say, my client, whatever y'all accused him of, he ain't do. Right? Like the lawyer isn't the PR. And the lawyer's not there. So again, I'm not even almost, I'm 100% certain the incident in question is between Tjay and Offset. But I have changed my stance on if Tjay shot, even though initially I was told he was shot as well. So we'll see. However, the current update I personally have is that he's in custody. So we're going to see about that too. Right? Time will tell. Time will tell. But shout out to Dawn Floria, though. If you don't know who this is, one of the most thorough lawyers in New York City. She's one who got the switch case for Zay Osama thrown out. She's held down so many different people with whatever cases they have. And by the way, even in an interview I did with Lil Tjay admitted himself. He said, yo, every time I caught a gun case, she spanked it. You know, she basically found a reason why they shouldn't have searched the car, shouldn't have blah, blah, blah. And I beat all those cases because of this woman here. So congrats to her. So, you know, I'm not going to go against necessarily what she's saying, but I'm still waiting to see it. Okay. Yeah, they found a switch. That's what I'm saying. She's pretty good. They found a fucking switch in the Uber with the guy, and the guy went to jail for like 16 months. Wasn't that long. Okay. Have y'all seen this story? This is kind of like an odd story here. So basically, the baby runs into, the baby, the rapper, he runs into a guy who is a painter, and the person hands him a portrait, but the portrait is not of him. It's a portrait drawn of his daughters. And in the moment, he had the most kind of like, what the fuck, like awkward type of reaction to it, leading a lot of people to ask, was there an issue? Now, remember, this painter guy drew pictures or drew a picture of the baby's kids, like his daughters or something like that. And the baby felt like really grossed out. I'll play his first reaction.
I just got to the house. This the picture, dog, of the baby kids and shit. Beautiful kids. I don't know what's wrong. You feel me? I'm gonna show y'all the picture. The actual photo.
So this is the moment he shows the baby the picture of the kids. And he just kept going. Look at this guy's face. He tried to slide it over. Okay. Now the baby went to Instagram and he explained why he did that. Because some people are like, damn, yo, that man was so sad after you did that. Like, why'd you do that? He explained.
That ain't too, man, because y'all starting to get on my motherfucking nerves. Talking about Buddy with this painting of my two of my daughters that he presented to me outside of a nightclub or whatever. First and foremost, I'm not the type of father that I'm not into, like, you know, grown-ass men discussing my daughters, painting pictures of my daughters, taking pictures of my kids. I don't play like that. If you play like that, to each his own. You see what I'm saying? Like, more power to you. Send that nigga a picture of your daughters, let that nigga paint them, and then show him some appreciation. Number two, I'm not accepting no painting of my daughters outside of the nightclub. Number three, you see what I'm saying? You feel a way about, you know, the principles I stand on with my kids and how far I go to protect them. That ain't none of my concern. Be more grateful to it. Let's go. And another thing.
Okay.
Ain't too, man, because y'all starting to get on my motherfucking nerves. Talking about Buddy.
Yeah, no. I gotta agree with the baby. I don't have kids, so I'll kind of like relate it to like my mom or something like that. His kids haven't chosen to be public figures. If you chose to spend hours, like, and I think this is the creepy part about it, right? It's not like an assignment or a job. You're trying to like impress somebody, so you spend hours looking at their child to kind of like come up with a picture. Like, bro, it's kind of weird, bro. At a point, it becomes fucking weird. So I'm rocking with a baby in what he thinks about the whole thing and what he did. Why the hell are you trying to hand me a painting outside the club? If I don't know you, why are you drawing a portrait of my kids before me? It's a little bit odd.
With this painting of my two of my daughters that he presented to me outside of a nightclub or whatever. First and foremost, I'm not the type of father that I'm not into, like, you know, grown-ass men discussing my daughters, painting pictures of my daughters, taking pictures of my kids. I don't play like that. If you play...
Okay, now Charleston White went ballistic on him. I don't know if you guys seen that. Charleston White, the baby. He went ballistic on the baby.
Say, tell the baby he wouldn't have done a motherfucking thing, nigga. Nigga, I'm finna go viral with your kids. Nigga, I bet your bitch ass won't do nothing, nigga. Yeah, I think I got me a rapper, y'all. I think I got me a bitch ass rapper. I'm finna trick off the streets. Now, the baby, you want us to think you would have done something to a nigga painting a picture for your kids. Fuck your kids, bitch ass nigga.
Oh, nah.
Fuck your girls, nigga. Now let me send your bitch ass to jail. Cause I can tote a pistol, hoe ass nigga. Fuck your babies, nigga, cause the nigga wanted to paint a picture of them babies, nigga. He ain't trying to go viral. This what he do. You just a puss ass nigga. Yeah. Fuck your baby. Yeah. Now come do something to me, hoe ass nigga. I keep something ready for any one of you bitch ass niggas. A gun, a knife, a mace, or the police. You know.
Now, there's another video where he kind of like is a little bit less ignorant. Here we go.
His name is B. White.
Here we go.
He runs a art the baby, no way. But the guy who drew the picture for him is my second cousin. His name is B. White. He runs an art studio called B. White Creations. Very reputable guy. Every celebrity, and I mean every celebrity who have come through the Dallas-Fort Worth area, B. White Creations have drawn a picture for. He's very popular. He's drawn pictures for everybody. He don't ask for no money. He does this, and he's very creative. He does this on wood. So he does this on wood. So he's drawn this for me. He draw this on wood canvas. So he draws this on wood canvas. He draws this on wood canvas. BWhiteCreations.com. So it's just not no pervert guy. This just not no pervert guy that's drawing pictures of the baby's daughter. This is a guy who is...
Yeah, but we don't see no pictures of someone's kids he's drawing before he draws them.
He admire you. He's drawn pictures for everybody. He's drawn this for me. He's drawing a picture of me and my kids right now. He's drawing a picture of my daughter. He drew pictures of my wife. He drew pictures of my girlfriends. So this guy does a lot of art. So for the baby to get on there, man, I don't want no... You post your kids. You brag about mistreating women for your daughters to hear. Now, man, these niggas just come up with all... See, the rappers each other. And I wish I would see any one of these bitch ass... That's why I can't wait. I be waiting for one of these to confront me. See, these rappers each other. Let me just say this.
Okay. Yeah, I rock with Charleston White, but I'm gonna continue to take the side of the baby with this. You can't tell a man what he could feel comfortable about, how other people are playing with the image of his daughters. Like, come on. Like, no. Yeah, Ye was saying some other shit too. Anyway. All right. Yeah. So I'm with the baby 100%. And I do believe he dropped like a video kind of like, showing some love to like his kids and, kind of like reaffirming that like that's the thing that matters to him a lot. Here we go.
Break my bones, but words are never hurting. Baby like an oven, better not touch him, I'm a burning. I know it's a phantom and I'm supposed to have a driver, but I whip it like a Honda and I'm out here and I'm swerving in it. Whipping around somebody at the light, ain't see the curve, I hit it. About to f the tires up.
Yeah, you hear everybody saying he should be able to say what he wants to tolerate or not when it comes to his kids. Yeah. Speaking of which, so I do want to give Wireless some credit. I think Wireless is doing anti-cancel culture shit. So when you look up Wireless, Kanye West, they're trying their best to get him to be kicked off this festival. Pepsi's out. Diageo, which is a company that owns liquor brands, which we all know, we're not talking about like some PBS and like some Nickelodeon. We're talking about a wine and spirit company, which is Diageo. They don't want no parts. And all the other, companies. So Diageo's out, Pepsi's out, PayPal's out. And the thing I'm most proud about is that I like that they're doubling down. Now, they're not going to say, oh, no, Kanye could be on our stage and do whatever he wants. But they are doubling down to say, I'm not going to fold to pressure from you guys to kick this person off the lineup. We booked him because we like his music. And that, to me, is an important step in fighting back against this, like, censorship of sorts. Anyway. All right. Cool. Chat, ooh. Did y'all see this? Did y'all see this? Oh, we didn't post yet. Why is taking so long to post? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, child. You just got the... Is it on my... I'm like lacking today, chat. I ain't gonna cap with you. All right. Got a new video here, chat. Drake recording a music video for Iceman. Let's go. What's this? Yo, where is that? Can't tell what I'm looking at. That's Drake, right? Zoom in. Is this rollout? We all know Iceman's on the way. We couldn't hear no music though. Somebody said nobody cares. All right, that's the damn lie. Anybody know where this is? Does anybody know where this is? Yeah. The album is going to have anticipation until it comes out. There's nothing else we're waiting on in hip-hop. Everything else is a little bit stale. Everything else is a little bit stale. That's where? City Hall, downtown Toronto? Oh, it is. Holy shit. Whoever said that, you're fucking right. Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay. Was this shot tonight? What are these buildings though? Or like what type of offices are in these? Are these apartment buildings or just like office buildings? Yeah, Chad. I think there's a classic on the way, man. I think there's a classic on the way. Whenever it comes, pause. I think Drake should bask in this moment of being the only thing people are anticipating for. Whether it's to hate, whether it's to love, it's the only thing. So you gotta like stall him out a little bit. Fuck is this? Okay. I also, chat, I got some interesting information. Sources. So apparently recently, Ye, the artist formerly known as Kanye West, from what I hear, reached out to some people connected to some people. Okay? And I think Ye is really dedicated in this, like especially his redemption arc, because he reached out to try to open the lines of communication and also the floodgates for him to be doing a lot more than what he's doing now. I was told he wanted to reach out to the president. And he wanted to, I forgot exactly, I should have wrote this down. But he basically reached out to the president through a few other people. And he kind of wanted to, do some stuff. Because, currently he's still getting blocked by a lot of people. And apparently Trump turned him down, not gonna lie. Apparently Trump recently turned down Ye. If you don't know, remember he had the Make America Great hat in the Oval Office. But apparently just through all the stuff that he's been through or been doing, apparently Trump just was not interested in doing anything with Ye at this moment. So I heard from the people who kind of ran up the chain, they're telling me the answer that came down, which, I think they felt kind of like, so they didn't even want to tell Ye's team, like, oh, you're getting a no. But apparently Trump just has had it with the Ye stuff. And, of course, we all know he's going through his own trials and tribulations now. The point is, he's not going to be doing anything with Trump anytime soon. Also, what I've also found out Apparently, the stage that he used for the concert is like millions of dollars that he purchased like over 7 years ago. And he purchased this stage from someone else for the idea of doing this exact same like performance. And it worked. It worked. I mean, it looks amazing. I hear the production's really expensive on it, but you know Kanye, he's always been the person to forego whatever you might think is the cost that he could get the product that he actually wants. So apparently he bought this set years ago and he finally gets to use it now. People do wonder, will this be able to go with him when he goes overseas? Is it something that could go on a tour? Because this stage is something like no one has ever seen before. This has got to be like all LED lights like in this thing. It's giving like the effect of it spinning. It's not spinning actually. But I don't know. This kind of looks like amazing. This dude is like too talented. But apparently he bought it 7 years ago. This is 7 years ago in the making. For him to have the foresight of, oh no, I need to do X, Y, and Z. That's why this guy's so good. That's why he's goated. That's why he breaks every rule. That's why when people say, I wouldn't do that if I was you, and he's like, well, you're not me, I'm going to do it anyway. That's why he's who he is. It's kind of crazy. You say you got the idea from you? Oh, boy. Yeah, so 2 updates for Ye. Apparently, he has tried to reach out to Trump, and that has been met with no. He has one of the best stage designs that we've ever seen, and I think we would probably just all just admit that. This looks beautiful. Is that the end or the beginning? Oh, the ending. The beginning, actually. So, yeah. Just one of those type of things, man. Iceman clearly is on the way. Why didn't I post on my Instagram yet? Iceman's on the way. I wish I could tell you when it's going to drop. Actually, I don't know. Me personally, I don't know. I kind of have like an idea of what's going to fall at what point. But I couldn't tell you a release date to save my life at this point. Give me one second. Yeah. Go check on this Iceman snippet one more time. Is there something I'm missing? Is there something I'm missing? All right. I don't even know what I'm looking at. All right, chat. Hey, chat, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, this fucking Benadryl is kicking my ass, man. I'm tired as a motherfucker. I'm getting the fuck off stream. I really just came to kind of like, kind of do up-to-date coverage with this Lil Tjay thing. I'm probably going to be on the phone for the next like 30 minutes before I fall asleep, trying to figure out what's what. I have a bunch of calls I got to make to his team, to, you know, obviously my source who's kind of like connected to the people on the ground there in an official capacity. So I'm getting off stream. Anyway, all right. I'll be back tomorrow a little bit earlier. Or if I get a major update, I'll probably get back on tonight. But for now, I am calling it quits. Okay? But the latest update is that Lil Tjay involved in a situation with Offset. There was rumors that both of them were shot. It appears that we could only confirm that Offset is shot. We don't know the status of Lil Tjay, but apparently he was in Miami or in that Miami region for a show that would be considered a, you know, like a hosting. It's not a show, it's a hosting. So for whatever reason, he ends up at the hotel, this casino, and some incident occurs. So we'll see. Chat, get off here. I'll be back. Okay. Sorry for the quick stream. I know you guys hate quick streams, but you know, it's better than no stream. Okay. So please give me a little bit. I'll be back. I love you guys.